Good evening, and you're very welcome along to the Sopherone Saga right here on the Emerald Collective. My name is Dave Gibson, and I'm the creator and dungeon master for all things Sopherone. So, this is episode 66 of the Sopherone Saga, and do you know who else is 66? Well, none other than Dolph motherfucking Lundgren. So I'll be giving out a free point of inspiration to the first person to knock an NPC, not a monster, down to 0 hit points and say, if he dies, he dies. Good luck with that one. Now, let's crash into some Emerald Collective news, shall we? Episode 12 of our first podcast, No Silver Linings, a Call of Cthulhu story set in 1920s Ireland by Mark Corrigan and Shunnick Games, is available now for our Patreon subscribers at the Jeweler tier. And episode 11 is available on all the regular platforms now, with episode 12 hitting those same platforms on Wednesday, 16th of October. With Benson shaken after the sudden appearance of something rather unnatural, Charlie attempts to help him through the trauma. Meanwhile, Professor Miles and Ulick search Eugene's house for potential clues. The rain outside turns into a thunderous downpour as the investigators muse on their plans. With a goal in mind, the group press on towards the mines to solve this mystery once and for all. Now, our Patreon is live, of course, and you can head over there by clicking the link in the chat. Depending on the tier you choose, you'll receive original monsters, magic items, and maps to use in your games each month. There'll also be the opportunity to get early access to our podcasts, discount of which there will be more than one upcoming soon if you caught our birthday stream. Discounts on select items, a drive-thru RPG shoutouts on stream, and bonus content, as well as discounts on commissions from It's a Map right back there. And Zorpsart, who's over there in Canada somewhere, who's responsible for all the awesome Patreon art. We've also added a $1 tier for those folks who would like to show their support but can't stretch to the $5 or $10 tiers. So, if you don't have the coin to spare, fear not. You can also give our Patreon a follow and get a free original monster magic item on the free tier, plus even more content on occasion. So I'm kind of often, I do my best to drop in the maps that we use for our one-shots. Don't tell, it's a map. And they usually drop into the free tier. So make sure you stick around. We've got loads of nice stuff for you. When he's not streaming with the Emerald Collective, you'll find our very own Rhino, who is down there. Is he down there? Or is he down the other side? Let me just see.
The other side.
Is it?
It's the other side, yeah.
No, it's not. It's this side. Look, I'm looking. Oh, it is the other side. Shit, he's down there. Yeah. So he's down there. This is the worst Brady bunch ever. Okay, cool. For all kinds of mischiefs, he plays various games and first-person shooters to platformers. And if everyone is welcome, And if you haven't already, please give him a follow. And if you can afford a sub over on Twitch, and of course, we'd like to send a big EC welcome to Rhiner's Army. If there's any in the chat, then say hello. There's on your end. I can see one or two of them in. Ryan, what's going on? How's Rust going?
Rust is doing pretty good. Like, we're fucking flying it. Honestly, It's almost turning into just a chatting stream because we chat 99% of the fucking time more than play the game. But sure, I'm there for everyone that's willing to come around and have a good old chinwag. And I must say, Stephen looks particularly fucking good tonight. Don't they? Look at him.
Who's this? That's Stephen. Yeah. Get closer to the camera there, Stephen.
I never consider myself a model.
Oh, I would.
Can we get a?
Look at this.
Nice. Can we get a catwalk?
No.
Okay, thank you very much, Busy Bee, for brave ones failed indeed. Thank you very much, Busy Bee, for booning my ass. I always appreciate it. Rhonda keeps dying, so hope he's better at this. Oh God, shots fired there, buddy.
Shots
fired.
My dice rolls are trash.
Funny you should say that about Rhino dying.
Oh yeah. Let's. Stay tuned. We will get there. Cool. Okay, so where was I on my thing? Cool. So look, anyway, with all that done, let's have a look at what's coming up on the next 7 days. So I think we've only 2 streams this week. On Tuesday, we have Arcane Adventures in Andromedus, and that has Ren, who is that side. Got it right this time. Carrick, who is the DM there. So the party breached the Hole, an ancient dungeon that is seemingly flooded with goblin cultists. After managing to solve the door's puzzle lock to gain entrance, our party were assaulted by strange-looking goblins with markings possibly connected to the cult-like religion spreading in the region. Having stopped for a short rest, the party must weigh up their options, press on and risk encountering the drow mentioned in Tug's letter, or retreat and seek assistance from the Ravenites that set up in Novus. And will Alara bloody your hands? Well, we all want to know that because our good friend Freya has not been kicking as much ass as we thought we would see. Maybe she's just taking it easy. What's the story with that?
I think it's intentional with Alara. Really? Unlike Ketra, and I mean Ori's not a murder hobo, I suppose. But yeah, no, I think from what I've gathered, Alara has never killed somebody before, unlike pretty much everyone else in my party. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, and on Thursday, we're back with Candlekeep Mysteries. The party returned to the relative safety of the books in Candlekeep Library, but what lurks in the shadows of the shelves in their cellar? God knows. There's only one way to find out. Tune in on Thursday. Now, if you stick around until the end of the stream, we like to kick back for 15 minutes or so and discuss what happened, what it could mean for the plot, and how our players and their characters feel about what just took place. So this is, of course, completely free. It's not beyond any kind of paywall, but will entirely depend on whether GM Dave, who is me, has run over the 3-hour stream by 90 minutes or not. Because we do have players and friends in very hot regions who are maybe 2 hours ahead of us. I'm not sure. 1, 2 probably. We want you to feel as included as possible in this story, so please stick with us wherever it may be headed. So if you have any questions, write them on your hand, write them on your forehead backwards, look in the mirror, and then you'll remember them. And then throw us at them. So she's back there. I'd like to thank Kate from It's a Map for stepping up to the Technomancer role for the Ember Collective. Kate takes most of our streams. Bar airs to the handle Candlekeep Mysteries, which are driven by GM Craig, who's double jobbing on his own streams and nailing it. And managing to expertly keep several plates spinning at once. A far better man than me, and we love you, Craig. If you'd like to show your appreciation for our new digital demi-goddess, please scroll down the page and hit that tick the Technomancer. No, I'm pretty sure you got ticks on you. Tip the Technomancer button and throw Kate a few gold pieces. And as if she wasn't doing enough, Kate is also responsible for the amazing maps you see here in the Sopherone Saga. And as I'm contractually obliged to say, all the music we use is tabletop audio, and you can get them up there in the jukebox. Now, with all that out of the way, let's meet our wonderful players. I think tonight we're going to start with Fona. Who are you, and who are you playing?
Hello, I'm Fona, and I play Scales, the himbo of the party. He is a dragonborn barbarian with more heart than brains, and he likes to adopt random, strange creatures / bridges / plants. And even when everyone else would say, no, don't take that deal, he does. But somehow he has never pledged himself to an evil deity or other type creatures. So yeah, he's with the much more sedate, normal life, but talking to you when they shouldn't type of friends.
Okay, I like it, and I think I did clip that moment where we were talking about how many evil deities or that our party have struck deals with. It's up there in the clips and highlights section of he's not the Dragonborn Messiah. He's a very naughty boy, indeed he is. Stephen, you're up next. Who are you playing tonight?
Oh, well, I'm Stephen, your paladin pal, here on Twitch and over in the Ember Collective Discord. And tonight I'm playing Rixium Grimm, the full human half of the Brothers Grimm. He is a repentant sinner for any of those who are new to us. And we consider him the eviler half, but apparently there's been some controversy and debate in the chat about that recently that has me a bit perturbed and perplexed.
There sure has. There fucking sure has. You know what? I need to tweak this up a little bit and I'll turn it down because I forgot my music. I was wondering why things sounded a little bit strange. There we go. Tell us if the music is too loud in chat, friendos. It probably is already. I'll turn it down. Thank you, Stephen. Next up, let's go with our good friend Rhino.
You're muted.
You're muted, my friend.
I fucking am. Isn't that typical? Hi guys, I'm Deranged Rhino, as most of you know by now, and I will be playing the other half of the Brothers Grimm, Mazelu Grimm. He is a half-elf cleric of the one true god that is Bahamut, and right now he's laying on his back wondering what the fuck he's done with his life.
Yeah. Live is love. Yeah, live is live is what I'm trying to say there on your head. Tom says the music was in and then it's gone. Let me just tweak it back. Oh, it's just very quiet. Jesus, that's not like me. There you go.
Huh?
How's that now? Can you feel that? Does it feel good?
Praise be to Bahamut Paddy.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. Johnny, you're next.
Hey, okay. Hi everyone. I'm Johnny from South Africa, where it's freaking hot. Tonight I play Derek, a dwarf, grave cleric. No, my English is bad tonight. So yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a bit of a pickle. Maybe he's going to meet the Raven Queen on his death saves. Hopefully not.
Maybe. Or Jesus, man, imagine if you rolled a 1 on your first death save and you'd be 2 down. Thank you very much, Johnny. Let's go with Joe next. Sorry, Johnny, was that it? We finished?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah,
cool.
That's all.
Sorry, just want to make sure. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Yeah, let's go, Gary.
I'm Joe. I'm the other South African in this party. I found out today that I actually don't live as far away from Johnny as I thought, which is interesting. But aside from that, the extent of me, Joe's personality is that I have a motorcycle and I do ride it around, and I do rock climbing occasionally. Haven't gone this week though, which is sad.
I hear you play D&D as well.
And then
It's
yeah,
not part of his personality though.
Okay.
and then yeah,
Sunglasses,
today it was apparently really hot. I don't know. I was wearing a sweater. It was only like 32 degrees. Like nothing crazy, but yeah. Anyway, I play Robert. He's a human rogue. He's a bit of a weirdo. I mean, it depends on your perspective. He's maybe not that weird. And then yeah, that's kind of me. I just kind of do drawing monsters and writing books and stuff.
All right, thank you very much, Joe. Let's go. Last but not least, Carrick. You're up, buddy.
Hey, I'm Carrick. I'm the one who has made multiple deals with multiple nefarious entities of this party, and I'm still yet not a warlock, which, yeah. I play Ren, the wizard, who is, currently hiding behind a wall, which is true to form. I mean, I'm a wizard, I'm squishy, I will take tactical cover when needed. It's not cowardly, I swear. And, currently he has seen two of his one of his friends and one of, Derek, who he is, he likes Derek, but he's not sure of Derek. And he's kind of waiting to see what happens next, because they might burn alive from this explosion. And he's also seeing somebody run around in the corner into this building that he's probably going to follow up with a fireball now in a second.
Lovely stuff. Now let's do a quick recap, shall we? Before we dive into episode 66, Order 66. Fuck Valder. Okay, lovely. Of the Sopherone Saga. I'm sure there's another one coming. Arriving into the winter city of Artax from the small town of Templetown, our heroes were secure in the knowledge that they'd beaten the nefarious agent of the crown, aforementioned Valder, to an artifact of great power in the temple high above the town and hidden it in the astral plane. This artifact, however, had begun communicating with the party's wizard Ren, promising great power, shitty cantrip, if he would only travel to an area high in the mountains above Artax and recover another artifact, similar to the first but not exactly the same, accepting the deal and receiving a small amount of power as a reward. Had second thoughts, and I'm glad he muted his mic there. Ren had second thoughts, and a while later reneged on the deal, angering the entity. Meanwhile, Valder arrived in Artax with the necessary paperwork for the Temple of the Platinum Dragon, the same temple of the two party members of Brothers Grimm, there, to reapply for permission to operate in Sopherone under the King's good grace. Surely a punishment and a show of power designed to put the party in their place, and put them in their place it did. In an effort to keep them out of trouble, the temple, Berethia, sent them to recover a missing a bunch of temple guards and the adamantium they were carrying. The humanity is more important than the value of the goods. On their way to the mines high in the vertex crux, the party spied thick plumes of black smoke across the jagged peaks of the mountains that could only be coming from an utterly destroyed Templetown. Surely an act of vengeance on Valder's behalf. After learning that the Temple Guard has been stunned into submissiveness and abducted by a group of Mind Flayers, the party set off into the adamantine mines in hot pursuit, eventually finding their way into the Underdark after several days of travelling. But the Underdark is no joke, battling boulettes, greater ropers, drow scouting parties, and even the vengeful imp that used to take residence in the Carved Witch's House of Horrors. The party stumbled upon the body of a fallen paladin carrying details of a possible resting place, a holy adventure longsword. But the journey must continue, and the Underdark is a dangerous place. So, Hazarixium's mother made it safely to the gnomish city of Krasnokans from Nografar. How is Mazellu Senior's journey to the capital going? Why hasn't anyone checked in on him? And what has become of the vigilante, the Spectre, who is apparently family to Ren? So there's only one way to find out, motherfuckers. Let's play some D&D. And last we left off, we were in the fucking shit here. We're about to start a top of the round, weren't we?
No, it was me up next.
It's you up next. Okay, let me just scooch on here. Okay, so 1 second there. Let me change the music, because things are getting hardcore.
More hardcore.
There we go. Cry havoc, motherfuckers. Mazellu, one of the last things you hear is that deafening explosion. The heat of this, of the output of this arcane cannon just washing over you, your eyes just beginning to burn in their sockets, and then the boom follows it, and you feel your ears deafen as you're thrown on top of Derek, and you land there on your back. Boom, boom, boom. And then you just, that's the last thing you hear. Can I get a death save, please?
No.
Why?
As Mazellu lays there, broken, burnt to shit, and unbreathing, this glow starts to emanate from his chest, and as it glows and then pulses around his body, he starts breathing again.
Excellent.
Doesn't get up though.
Would you like to explain to our viewers what that is, or would you like to keep it on the DL?
I have an item that
You don't
returns
have
me
to
to
now, yeah.
stable if I am gone to 0.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Okay, lovely
Praise
stuff.
be to Sir Vordek.
Praise be indeed, motherfuckers. Is that it for Mazzello then? You are stable but unconscious.
Exactly.
Okay, excellent. Moving on to this. Where's my fucking... Here we go. Duergar, heavy sniper. Here is dead. Let's take him out of the initiative order. We are up to Orixium Grim. Are you still invisible? You're not, are you?
No, no longer invisible, no longer flying.
Okay, what would you like to do?
I have to make a concentration check to see if you're still flying, actually.
Yes, that would
Oh.
be good. How high
Yes.
up were you? Or are you
He
on
was
your feet?
Stationary on the roof, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I have advantage on these from Warcaster, and I need to beat a 15 because I only took half damage because I saved. Thankfully.
Okay, let's see how you're going to get on with this one.
Come on, save. That's 23, he's fine.
23, you breeze past it.
Yeah.
Your mental
So-
fortitude, more than enough to
Scouts and
deal with
Erixium
the
can
rigors
still
of battle.
fly.
Okay, lovely stuff. Erixium, what are you up to?
Well, now that he has bisected these snipers after the explosion and hearing, what do you know? He probably wouldn't know. He will go.
Well, you would have heard the explosion down below, and you would have felt the concussive blast.
Yeah, he will go 5, 10, get a look over the edge, see both Derek and Mazzello lying in a pool of
Their own bits.
who knows what at this stage.
Yeah.
And then he will. What's that? 5, 10, 15, 20. Now, I'm no Pythagoras theorem expert. But does falling count in your movement? Like if he was to jump over the edge and then right before he hits the ground, fly?
I think
But
general.
you have 60, right?
Oh, it's 60 on the fly spell.
Yeah,
Ah,
I-
okay.
I think generally as well when you fall 60 feet around.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
even as a flying speed, you would get there because from where you are now, it's about
Yeah.
a 45-foot movement.
Yeah. Well, no, I completely forgot the fly spell. It is a 60 foot, so he will Superman jump, fly down. Would he be able to see his brother's chest moving?
Pythagoras says yes. You would need a medicine check for that, my friend. As it stands, he's stable. Breathing would be very, very faint and shallow. So you wouldn't know whether he is alive or dead right now. Unless that... No, I think that whatever device or magical item Mazzello has would have flared up while you were up there and then just stopped. So its magic has activated, and that's it. He is stable. So you have to decide what Erixium would do.
Yeah, see, this is Sophie's choice for Erixium because when they had only met new best friend Derek actually revivified Mazzello.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he can't take the risk, so he is going to place a hand on his brother's chest and pump in a 2nd level Cure Wounds.
Okay, what does that look like?
As he lands, as his hand glows with a radiant light, as he just kind of hits his brother square in the center of the chest, and the
Clear.
explosion as 18 points of Bahamut blessing.
18 points. Mazzello. You're straight back up. You see the vision of your brother kneeling over you, the radiant energy still surrounding his hand as it passes into you.
I just give him a wry smile and say, about fucking time, brother.
You need to help our friend Derek.
I've got him. You go.
Okay, have you got
Let's
any
roll it,
movement left?
He might have like 5 feet, but he's nowhere to point his fury, so he'll just stay there.
Ren will shout there's one in this tower.
Happy
I
to
think
say you
that's-
can do that as a free action.
Yeah. I'm up next anyways, but yeah.
Yeah, no, he'll stay there just for now, just
No worries.
in case something pops out and they need to his protection.
Everyone's amazed you sacrificed a smite slot there for your brother.
It's for him, yeah. Like he's
It
one
is,
of the
yeah.
only people that gets it.
Excellent, excellent. Lumbering Paddy says, Arixium, a fellow paladin of the one really true Bahamut. As we all know, Lumbering Paddy plays in my home game right here in the IRL real world, and he plays Solmor, who I have begun calling the Grey Paladin, because some of his behaviour is a little bit questionable. But we're working on that. It's part of the storyline, and it's good fun. Moving on, Ren, what are you up to?
I'm gonna go. If I go to here, Dave, would I have an angle on the door?
Yes, you would.
Would I be able to see into the building?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I'm gonna run to here. Can I see this guy in the doorway, or is the door shut?
I am going to say the door is slightly ajar.
Okay. So it means I can see a point in that room. Is
Yes,
what I'm
you
asking.
can. You just got, yeah, you didn't ask how big the room was.
No, I don't make a habit of asking how big the
Yeah,
room is, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
So yeah, fireball this bitch.
Okay, would you like to? I mean, look, for the shit of it, do you want to drag out the template just so we see
Oh, I
what this
will.
looks like?
Where is the template?
It should be in templates.
Fireball.
Which is on the art, is it?
There. I can see into the room at an angle, so I assume I could probably get to the middle of the room.
Yeah, I'm happy to say that. So, okay, cool. I'm going to give him... And do you know what? He's by the door, so I'm not going to give him disadvantage. I'm going to set that to the back there. Advanced. Where do you go? To back. Oop. There we are. Right, yeah. So, what does this... Yeah, it smells like barbecue. Damn right. What does this look like?
Oh, well, Ren's dumping a 5th level, so it's
Jesus Christ, Ren.
It's that flick of flame, like molten flame, as he just like smears the bat shit and the sulfur together out of like one of the pockets in his like jacket. That's stored in a little, like they're stored in like little wrapped up papers, like those poppers you have like
Yeah.
Halloween. It's kind of stored like that, but he crushes it in his hand, and this mote of golden light just kind of flicks out from his finger, and there's like that. Like a bomb going, like
Nice.
falling sound, and
Okay.
then just, and hopefully, depending on how much damage, I might knock this tower down on him.
Let's see. He is. He's only down 9 hit points. So let's see what you got.
But I didn't know how many hit points he had, so
That's okay. No, and nor should you be expected to. 34 points of damage. The DC is 16. Let's see. I think this guy has advantage on saving throws against magic. Do they have Duergar resilience?
Is a fireball a magical effect, or is it a fireball?
It's a magical effect. It's a spell. He has advantage saving throws against poison spells and illusions. So here we go. So zip zap skippity bap. He's got +3 in these. Here we go. Boop boop. Oh, sorry. Take the first roll because it does it twice. I'll be the 22 rank. Can I take the 22?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do
So that
that.
is. I'm going to mess with this. That's 17 points of damage. As for flavor, and I will use it on his next round. He dives out the door and throws it. Throws the door sort of shut behind him. You can see this whole arm that he's used to throw that door shut with is heavily burned and beginning to blister and boil now. As he dives out screaming. He sees you and his eyes light up.
Now, Dave, out
Yeah.
of curiosity, how's that building holding up after 2 explosions have gone off in it? in quick
It's a
rapid
little bit
succession?
rickety, but we'll get back to that.
Okay.
Would you like me to add the building to the turn order?
I was just more so wondering how much, like, if
Layer
it
action?
was going to fall on him.
Not
essentially.
yet. No,
Dwarven
it'll
made,
take.
not
Unfortunately, yeah, it'll.
Yeah, but it's
It'll
Duergar, they're shit.
It'll take more than a fucking. Hey, breakfast. Good to see you, buddy. It'll take more than a fucking fireball to knock down one of these towers. I'm afraid. Is that it for
Okay.
Ren?
Yeah, that is it for Ren. I've moved.
Scales, you're up.
Actions.
What's the crack with Scales?
Can I get a D4, Dave, from you?
You sure can. I love these dice rolls, but I don't know. What's going on.
Scales can fly as well, by the way, 60p.
Yeah.
That's it. I'll
Okay,
take
so
it 2.
evens. Okay, so Scales, despite the fact that an explosion has just gone on over there, he's like, where's the next enemy? And he spots a tower in the distance, so he is going to take a running jump and fly.
Okay.
I'm not sure how much Scales understands that he can fly, but he's going to aim to...
I feel like Scales has flown before, hasn't he?
This is
I
the
think so.
second or third time.
Okay, so
Oh,
I'm happy
wow,
to say you've
okay.
kind of got the hang of this.
So he
Fucking hell,
keeps
Scales.
himself over there and
gonna
looks
shift ping us
around
over there.
for an enemy.
There is a door, there's a trap door just underneath these boxes here. And as you go to look at the boxes, you see that they are actually illusory. Your hands pass through them. Illusions.
Ooh, illusory.
Yes. Hello, Sean. Welcome along in.
I think that the question of why there would be illusory boxes is very intriguing, but not what Scales in his rage would even think about. So he's going to go for the trapdoor.
Okay, so how much of your movement did you use?
I used about 50 feet to get over
Let's
there.
say you've got 10 feet, will get you to the bottom of the trapdoor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Down I go.
Okay, so we're just going to keep you there, and let's just say that this is the room. As you descend the trapdoor, would you like to use your action to make a perception check, or would you like to keep going until you hit the bottom?
No, like Scales is actively looking for something that he wants to hit.
Well, that will be a perception check, and that will be your action.
Yes, so he is like, where are you? Where are you?
Cool.
So perception check.
Where is she?
Where is she? Where's
Bane?
Hit next. Ah!
Oh, fuck.
22.
Sorry, the first one, that is a fuck, that's a 19. You hear a faint scrape of armor against this corner here. And your appearance seems to have taken whatever this thing that is invisible by surprise. But your ears and you in that sort of, that deathly calm rage, that hyper focus, you just, your head just turns. And you know there's something in that corner. Probably low down, given the creatures that your party have been fighting. So that's your action, your movement done. If you got a bonus action you'd like to use,
So I have like my offhand at disadvantage, a second attack. Usually the sickle, but can I like? Can you offhand or can you?
unfortunately you have to take the attack action, I believe.
Can you chuck a dagger at them though at disadvantage?
No,
Or
I'm
something
afraid
like-
not.
No.
I'm afraid
Okay,
not.
so there's nothing Scales can do except zone in on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Noise.
And your rage is now ended because you haven't taken damage and you haven't
Yes.
fought anything. So you're right now.
I have to say that's one of the really nice changes of the barbarian and the new stuff, that your rage just lasts.
That is cool.
Until you've taken damage, or yeah. Cool.
Okay, Robert, you're up. Let's say I'm going to move us back over here and I'm going to shift ping. What is Robert up to?
Robert is a dummy, a big dummy. Like, I'm looking at the people on Zoom and haven't noticed that I did not open Roll20.
Oh, that's okay.
So Robert's is quickly opening Roll20. I'm so sorry.
No worries. That's okay.
But yes, Robert will. Can I see anybody?
Currently, you can see. So I'd say if you look over the crenellations, you can see something looks like a Duergar that has dived out of this door here. I'll shift ping. I'm probably gonna ruin that on Kate. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I won't shift ping again. I'll ask your permission next time. You can see there is a Duergar just barreling out of this door, tucking and rolling as this pillar of fire shoots out past him. That's for flavor. He will do that on his turn, but like it's just for flavor because he made his saving throw. But you can see him through the door though.
He is next in the door as well.
Can he see me? Is the question.
He's currently not looking at you. I don't know. I mean, if you draw his attention, then yes, maybe.
Yeah, I will probably kind of draw his attention. How far is that guy?
Have you got your Roll20 open?
Yeah, I do.
He's 30 feet down and maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
30 feet down.
Yeah, so 30 across.
And I
Maybe 30.
don't see him on the map, so I'm
Okay.
curious as to where he is.
I'll just plop him out there. How's that? You see him there now?
No. Maybe it's just because of vision stuff.
He's below that blue or that green X just disappeared to that circle.
There he is. Hello. Do you see him now?
No, there's like a big black block over my screen,
There,
even though I do have
token.
vision here.
He's using the token there. Here, let's move you there. Can you see him now?
No. Oh.
Have you moved the screen down? Like we're not in the top
sorry,
corner. I think you need to move them up.
I'm looking at
Shift
the
ping
wrong
here.
token. Sorry, guys. We just moved this.
That's
This
okay. Here you go. Shift
torch.
pinging you here.
Thank you so much. There we go. Yeah, he's right in fucking front of me.
That's okay. So he's right there. I was going to move him back a little bit with Alt move him there. So what would you like to do?
I
There is a
will.
dim glow here, and I will. Do you know what? I'll throw in a little bit of light because it is. There are cracks and things here that
He
are
did say
thrown
he's
out
a
light.
bit down. I am in the bottom of the tower, so
Oh, are you? Okay. Well then, sorry.
yeah.
That's okay. So you can
Yeah,
come
I
through the
wasn't
door, and
on
he's right in
top,
front
I
of you.
was in
So
the bottom.
what would you like to do?
Cool. I will take aim and throw a dagger at him and hope that he doesn't do the same. Will I take aim?
Advantage.
Yeah, but I can hide and move still.
So what
I
are
will-
we doing?
I will duck behind the wall and hide
Okay.
as my bonus action.
Yeah, no problem. That's 5 feet of movement.
And man, do I need to? I probably need to make a stealth check, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Will be against his passive perception, which
Uh,
is 18.
Okay. Stealth is just normal for me. I don't have advantage. That was very almost an.
Oh my god, you've got to 30. No problem at all. Yeah.
Okay. And then just
So
as he
essentially,
thinks-
you just stand in front of him and like you cover your eyes, and if you can't see him, he can't see you, like a child. And
was
yeah,
thinking
you are successfully hidden.
what I was planning was to like make eye contact with him and then act like I'm scared of him and run away. And then he's like,
Okay.
"Oh, that guy's running away." And just as he thinks that guy's running away, I'll pop back out and say, "Surprise!"
Motherfucker.
right,
Bam.
with a
Okay,
dagger.
cool. So do you want to roll to hit then?
Yeah, sure.
Some fries, motherfucker.
I'm
With
gonna
advantage.
I'll roll again just for the crit
Just
fish.
fish for a crit,
because,
yeah, crit
you
fish.
know.
I love the idea. Like this guy just leapt out of a burning building to get brained with a
Again,
dagger.
27 to hit
For
for
22.
22 magical piercing damage.
Let me see if there's anything he can do with his reaction here. Invisibility, quick loader, sharpshooter, sunlight sensitivity. No, there is not. What's the fucking thing that he has?
You can bleed to death.
Yeah.
Bonus action. A free action, bleed to death. No, he's
Well,
going to take
Brian's a
all
free
that.
action.
So that is 32 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, as that fucking. What was it?
Wait,
a crossbow?
how many?
Oh, a silver dagger. It was. What was that? 22.
Yeah, 22.
Okay, I'll give him another 10 back. I'm being too
That's
generous. Yeah, as you duck behind this wall, you lean out. You throw the dagger, a silver dagger, return it, and he's kind of looking around, and he leans out a little bit more. And as he does, it just sinks into one eyeball, disappears. Luckily, because he puts his hand up to grab it, with his depth perception fucked, he would have shoved it right further into his skull, and you can see now there's blood pissing down his cheek. I'm gonna fucking kill you!
And then I duck back behind the wall.
Okay, moving
Break
on.
down the
This
side.
Duergar heavy snipe. Where's this guy? Is that the him? Where's my guy? Where's my boy? Where's my boy? Hold on.
That's the guy who took the damage.
So
Oh,
is
no.
this
It
taken
is. Yeah,
on
no,
or
it's okay. Just hang on, guys.
You want initiative 16? He's the invisible guy.
No, he's the guy. Initiative 16 is up here, but the one that's fighting scales.
Yeah,
yeah.
15 is the guy who took just the damage.
Yeah, thank you. Cool about it. So moving on, this guy. Well, he knows he's that he's been. He knows he's been found out. So he's going to end the. Do you know what? He's not going to. What am I after doing? Monty. What the fuck did I just move into? Is he on the map layer? On the light layer? Oh, he's moving the light layer. Sorry. I'm moving back to the token layer so we can all see what's going on here. I'm going to shift ping. Sorry, Kate. And yeah, he is still invisible, I'm afraid. So he will get advantage on these shots against you. He has sharpshooter, so there is no short disadvantage for short range. As you hit it, as he runs up and loads his heavy crossbow, we're gonna now. He is gonna do an old bonus action steady aim here. So that is gonna be an extra 10, and he's gonna go 3 attacks. The first one, till the end of its turn, he's gonna deal an extra 10. So here we go, heavy crossbow, 3 attacks. Luckily, he has advantage, so the 6 becomes an 8, 14, and 22.
So the 14 and the 22 hit. No,
What were you
wait.
going to say, Joe?
The 22 hits.
if I remember correctly, is there a weird specific wording to the sharpshooter? Because if I remember correctly, sharpshooter says it doesn't impose disadvantage on long range.
Let's look it
and
up then.
Half cover, because there's a different feat for.
Okay, well,
shooting
hold on
people
then.
at
Let me
point
just
blank.
see what it says on this one. Duergar's ranged weapon attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover, and attacking at long range doesn't. That's fair. Yeah, well, good
Yeah.
spot. So that he's
sorry.
going to take the nat 1. Would you like to roll a D100 for me, please, Fona?
I would. And
Sometimes
the
it does,
last
so
one
you-
hits.
Thank you. That's a 45 on a weapon attack critical phone, but is it a ranged weapon attack? Have we got a range? No, we don't. Okay, 45. What do we think is going to happen here? You miss an attack and gaze upon the chaos. Disadvantage in your next attack roll against any target. That's fine, you missed anyway. So the 22 hits, you're going to take this plus 10. So 14 points of damage. You're not currently raging, so you're going to take all of that.
Okay.
Kate, will you say something behind me? Oh, thank you for the sub. Very much. Who was that?
Thank you.
On your end, gifted it to Caitlin, who's
Oh, thank you
also
very
new
much.
into the stream.
Thank you very much, friend. I'm sorry, I was in the middle of battle here. Thank you very much. On your end, you are too kind. Thank you. So that is this Duergar. So 3 attacks. He's going to use his movement, and I think he's going to run past you. 5, 10, 15, 20, and he's going to go 5 feet down the stairs, which will let him down to here. So would you like to use your reaction to?
He is invisible, yes?
No,
Or
he
did
would have turned visible when he shot at you.
Sentinel, so I'm going to use Sentinel to get an attack as he
thank
moves
you.
past me.
For the boon. Sentinel. Yeah, cool. Roll to hit.
Roll to hit. I think I've been using my turtle mace so far, so it is a 12 to hit.
12 and 14 will not do it. His AC is 15. Would you like to try
I
one
am
of your
going
boons?
to use a boon to see if I can make it.
You need 3 or more. Fuck off.
Damn it!
Okay,
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you see this
So,
guy running
they will
downstairs,
take
you just swing, crack him in the back of the head. So he's going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
8 points of bludgeoning damage,
And he's not going anywhere.
Yes, their speed becomes 0 for the rest of
Yes.
the turn.
Okay, is that it for you?
That is it for my
Okay, as in-
reaction.
Yes, and that is it for him. So I'm going to move on to this Duergar Heavy Sniper, who is now... Oh, yes, okay. So he's... do you know what? He's just been fireballed, so he's going to move 5, 10, 15, and he's going to take 3 shots at Ren. Here we go.
I
buddy,
will
you
say
ready?
Robert just stabbed him in the eye. That
You
feels more
fucking
personal.
fireballed him, buddy.
He also can't see Robert though.
Yeah.
from the
Yeah,
angle.
Yeah, but, okay, but he also got stabbed in the eye. Can you see me? You don't know this.
That was flavor, buddy. That was
Aw.
flavor, okay? It wasn't
You're
a
right on the
critical hit.
corner.
Here we
Yeah.
go. 3 attacks. So
I'm
we're
shield,
gonna
by the
do-
way. Just
That's
trying
fine.
it out there.
Here we go with a
I'm scared.
steady aim. So it's going to be an extra 8 on every hit if he hits you. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So 16, 11, 14.
Yeah, they all miss.
Would a boon help a 16?
20, so meets it beats it. So yeah.
I would need to get a 4 and a D4. Reprobate Gamer, thank you so much for the boon. Let's see what happens here, buddy.
Yeah, cool.
Fuck yeah. Thank you, Rep. Here we go. So as in the heat of battle, Darak and Mazzella lying on the ground, Eryxium Grim, hand upon the chest. You see that divine energy just pulsing in. You launch your fireball. This Duergar jumps out of the door, tucks and rolls. 3 shots off, 2 fire over, 1 each shoulder. Second one, straight into the chest. And you are going to take... 7 and 5, 7, 8 is 15 points of damage. Piercing.
I'm up.
You're still up. Good man.
Ren
Is there anything
is
else?
not as
That was
squishy
his
wizard.
bonus action. That will that's all he can do. Moving on. The Duergar Bombardier is gone. Take him out of the turn order. This guy is gone. Take him out of the turn order. Darak, lying on the ground. Last thing you hear is that explosion. You hear the Mazzelu's cries, and you hear Ren do a little scared fart as this explosion
It's
just
not a
knocks
fart,
the
that's
wind
airs
out of you. This
leaking
explosion
out.
just knocks the wind out of you, and you hit the deck. Bam, bam, bam. Your head cracking against the ground. Your eyes flutter, and you just see stars and then blackness. Darak, can I get a death save, please? And I need a moment from Darak's life.
A 19?
Oh,
That's a
so
success.
Okay. Let me just get this page because I've literally made 3 memories if I succeed and 3 memories if I fail.
Thank you very much, Caitlin or Kathleen. I hope it's Kathleen. Or that I got it right. Thank you very much, Kathleen Gamer. 42,069. Do you know the other 42,068, Kathleen Gamers?
I think you'll find it's
so,
420 as in hash and 69 as in a good time.
Oh, okay, excellent. Cool. Yeah, well, the question still remains. Do you know the other 42,068 of those people? Cool. Anyway, you're very welcome on. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so, Darak, as you begin to breathe your last breaths, what moments and what memories from your life and your origins flash through your mind?
Deciding, let me give a sad one. Derek remembered the rush towards his squad, his heart pounding with dread as he arrived. A chilling sight met his eyes. Everyone lay lifeless on the ground. Shock and disbelief washed over him as he struggled to comprehend the horror before him, as he sees his squad laying lifeless.
Okay, those moments at the heart pumping, Darak almost out of breath, even his dwarven fortitude sort of almost letting him down here as he just stands above his old squad. They're all dead. Do you want to give the details of how they died, or would you like to keep that to yourself?
Gotta keep that to myself. That's
I thought you would. Okay, so that is one successful death save. Mark that on your character sheet. Moving on, Mizelu, what are you up to? You're lying there.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up, grab my brother's wrist, stand up as he pulls me up, and look at Darak, look at me, look at him, look at everything that's going on around us, and just be like, well, I think it's about time I do my duties, isn't it? And I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds on me, Rixium, Darak, and Ren.
Nice. Okay, so our life cleric stands up out of death and into life. Our life cleric stands up and casts Mass Cure Wounds.
And that's 18 points of healing to everyone as I grab Darak by the scruff of his collar, lift him towards me and just go, she's not taking you today, so get the fuck up.
And Darak, those are the first words you hear in the midst of this dream, in the midst of this flashback moment as your life flashes before your eyes. It's interrupted by this platinum flash. And the first thing you see is the face of Mizelu. And those words as he just grabs you by the wrist and just pulls you back up. Ren, you feel that healing energy just wash through you. Same with Eryxium and with the same as Eryxium. You all stand with renewed vigor. The heat of this place, the oppressive, dry, sharp heat, just roasting your skin, almost like the worst sunburn you've ever experienced. On your end, gifted a tier 1 sub to Here's Donkey. Thank you very much on your end, and thank you very much for joining us. Here's Donkey.
Don't forget, for the 2 subs that have been gifted, you can give inspiration to people in the party as well.
Yes, indeed. On your end, you can give inspiration to people that can't stack. So pick somebody and then pick somebody else. Okay, that is it for Mizelu, is it?
I will say, I look towards the Duergar and I just say, put your weapon down, and I make sure he takes your head off quickly as I point towards Eryxium.
Jesus Christ. Can I get an intimidation check with advantage because you've just fucking risen from the grave?
It's not my forte, but give it a go.
17. Do you know what? I'm going to give him a wisdom saving throw. This is +1 on this. He drops 11.
And then I just smack my brother on the back like, fucking get him.
Now, he dropped his weapon out of fright. If he can, he is gonna fucking book it.
When he gets
because
Lucky it's not his turn for a while.
No, it's not. But he doesn't want his head chopped off either. But like the fright of that, like Mazzellu just fucking standing up from the grave, and then raising Derek from the grave, and Eryxium standing there bathed in this platinum light. I think that's enough to put the shit up anyone. Is that it for Mazzellu?
Just to give you an idea as well, sorry,
Yeah,
I was meant to
that's
describe it. So when I cast this and this wave comes out, this almost ghostly shadow of a dragon goes over each one of us and then kind of dips into us, and then that's what pulsates through the body and heals everyone.
Yeah, epic. Okay, do you have anything you can do with your bonus action?
I'm a cleric, so no.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that hits hard. I know that feels.
Yeah, spiritual weapon is shit.
As a wizard, I can relate.
Eryxium, you're up, my friend. What have you got?
A license to kill. Eryxium is gonna go 5, 10, and
Well,
as
you almost trip over his crossbow.
Good thing he can
Looking
fly.
out longingly.
Can you fly? As he gets
Fly,
back
Bobby.
close, here
I just
comes
want to
the
say,
Yeah.
Damon was flying and still fucking tripped. It's possible.
It is possible. I
actually
remember that.
possible.
I remember that day. Yeah.
Skadoosh.
All right.
But yeah, if you get knocked prone when you're flying,
That
you
is
just
not
fall.
one, buddy. That is a not one.
Is that
No,
a
it's
not
not. It's a
one?
4.
No, that is a not one.
Well, it is not one. Yeah. You got plus 9 on that. Shit. Okay. So you walk over and you do trip over his crossbow for a 47.
You just see Mazzellu and Derek do the fucking, Captain Stewart just fucking facepalm like, oh
Yeah,
my god.
oh god. They're like everything. All of these moments were just epic and fucking heroic and cinematic. And Eryxium walks over, trips over the crossbow, gets a 47, which is the same as the other guy got. You miss an attack and gaze upon the chaos of the battle, causing your confidence to falter, disadvantage in your next attack roll against any target. Hold on, Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. What?
I was gonna say on your end gave him the inspiration there, so
Yeah, okay, cool. You have an inspiration if you want to use it. Otherwise, you're going to take it.
I'll take that.
Okay, so 47. You're going to be at disadvantage.
Let's say, fuck it, let's swing again. 17 hits.
17 hits. Yeah, they're 18. 15. The guy up the top is 18. 'cause he's,
So let's just drop a bit of a redeeming smite here because
Redeeming Smite is my favorite
the trip.
paladin spell. Yeah.
So 15 points in total.
15 points of damage. I mean, that is effectively halved his hit points. So well done. What does that look like when when you trip over? Do you do that thing where you trip and do that like half run?
No. He trips, and as he's about to, hip bounce off the ground, he just flicks the longsword and catches him under the chin with a radiant blast.
Oof. Okay, yeah, and you hear that the crack of bone, and then like 3 seconds later, the satisfying clatter of teeth as they hit this volcanic and ashen ground. He looks down, he looks at you, blood pouring from his hand, from his mouth, and he reaches down for whatever melee weapon he has. And he's definitely eyeing the escape routes here. Is there anything else for Eryxium?
Nope, not a loop.
All right, Ren, what have you got? This guy just shot a huge hole in you.
Yeah. So like as that Mazzellu goes to cast that mass cure wounds, Ren sees the magic starting to build up. He kind of has an idea of what Mazzellu's going to do, so he snaps the crossbow out and pulls it out, letting the cure wounds deal with the blood that probably is going to start rushing out otherwise. And then as he sees Eryxium kind of trip, and it's going to be in that moment, he flicks a diamond out of his belt and spins it, and he chucks a bolt of lightning from Chromatic Orb at this guy. I'm going to drop a 3rd level.
Okay.
If it hits, please hit.
3rd level, that is
22.
22 is going to, 17 points of damage?
17 points of damage as just a lightning bolt cracks across this guy's jaw.
Well, there's no save for this, right?
No, it's just a roll to hit.
Okay, well that is a roll to hit. Ren, how does this creature meet its end and make it lightningy and make it green miley, please?
Yeah, so as that uppercut with the sword from Eryxium connects with this guy's chin, it's like the orb of lightning that flings out kind of pauses like ball lightning in the air above this guy, and then just a charge of lightning just shocks him from the other end. And so it's just like this amalgamation of holy platinum light and lightning just melts this fucker down. and just leaves nothing but like a skeleton where he once was.
And the screams and agony of this creature echo in your ears as he hits the deck. You can hear the faint bubbling and popping of this lava as whatever geothermal activity going on beneath it is sort of raising this heat and these sort of lumps of hot air up through the lava. But above that, you can hear very, very, very faint the muted sounds of scales just pummeling this guy to death. Is that it for Ren?
I mean, Ren doesn't know if there's anyone left, so yeah.
I just gave you a description that there's some combat sounds down the way.
Yeah, but Ren has one ear, so he might not be able to hear that.
Okay, well then, that's fine.
Yeah, he's gonna kind of wander his way like around here, just kind of try to see where everyone's gotten to, and then like kind of step into the middle. But that's
okay, Scales, you're up. So we're back up to here.
Scales is going to rage,
Yeah.
but this time when Scales rages, so normally when Scales rages, he descends into calm. But with all of the lava that's surrounding him now in like 3 directions, his eyes, you can see the shimmer across his eyes as he rages of the lava reflection, and he does seem to have more of a pent-up energy to him than normal. Like, so he's still calm, but there's a vibrating sense to him because of all the heat and lava and stuff around him.
And with that, when you rage, your ancestral guardians appear.
Yes.
And as they do so, they appear, these spectral dragonborn, shrouded in these heavy robes, and you can see now, you can't see their faces, but they're all circling the edge of the walls of this chamber. One of them pulls back the hood, and you can see a deep sadness in his eyes as he looks. And then he takes out a sickle and a morning star, and it's just him and you.
Okay.
The rest of them are standing back.
So this guy was heading for the trapdoor, but I sentineled him and stopped him in his tracks. Is he partially, like, is he one step down, or is he still?
No, he would have been trying to get past you, but so he's on your level.
So it's going to be recklessly attack with the turtle mace twice. So a 12 to hit.
Oh, recklessly attack with the turtle mace. That will be
a 12 and a 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
Okay, so on the backswing, he is going to get hit by the turtle mace and take 9 damage.
9 damage. Ouch.
I think that this time Scales will use the steam attack part of it.
Oh wow, okay, what does this look like?
So a concentrated cloud of steam in a 5-foot radius around me and the creature I've just hit. They must make a DC 15 con save throw or take extra fire damage.
Okay, here comes the con saving throw. 2+2 in this. Shit, that's a 9. Unfortunately, so he's going to take extra fire damage.
So he is going to take an extra 12 damage.
2d12?
Yeah, it's 2d12 fire damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one. So yeah, there you go.
No problem, that hurts.
And the area around me is heavily obscured until my next turn.
Okay, and is that something that does it specifically say that you can see through this heavily obscure?
Well, it doesn't say it, but I would assume that I, within the bubble, can see it. But others cannot.
I feel like this is something...
in that feeling, the person I just hit with it could also see within the bubble. I think is fair.
I think if you're both in it, but anyone outside it, yeah.
It's heavily obscured.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
I mean, that's just the rules of heavily obscurement anyway. You're both blind, so it doesn't matter. It's straight rolls against each other.
Okay, cool. That's nice.
So that's 21 damage altogether.
All right, 21 damage. Yeah, that hurts. So yeah, that moves to minus. Okay, cool. Yeah, and the explosion of steam from this weapon is enough to almost sort of broil your eyelids off. But you throw an arm up, you hear this creature in front of you scream in pain, and you feel that warm sense of satisfaction as the crunch of the mace sort of almost collapses a cheekbone And as you stand there now, that you know this is going to be a fight to the death, toe to toe. I'm gonna tell you, you are both on very similar hit points, and this could go either way.
Yeah.
Is that it for Scales?
That's it for Scales, yeah.
Robert.
Robert is going to. Everyone's dead. Robert is going to take a moment to come outside and check on Ren. And
everyone's dead, but Robert can still hear cry havoc. What? Why? Why is that still on?
I'm gonna check on Ren and make sure he's okay, and then check on everyone else because I'm kind of responsible in a way for that dude exploding on all of us, except me.
You sure are. Okay, cool. So yeah, you can use your action to check. Would you like to make a medicine check to check on Ren?
Yeah. Yes, that would be nice.
Ren just points to the hole in the shirt and he's like, I'm good, because it's like sealed up and probably like itchy as fuck right now from the magic.
It's I mean, you're at like less than half hit points. I'm not going to say it's sealed up. There is a very, very thin film of skin that has just grown over. Oh wow, look, it got heart.
I don't have any
film.
Any
you could poke through it if you wished.
I don't have any way of dealing with him not being in good health. So what I'm actually going to do is, as part of looking everyone over and seeing if they're okay, I just want to do a perception check to see if there's any more surprises coming our way, or not so surprises.
Okay, so where are you looking? Down the hill here.
I want to look as much as I can.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
I just want to see. If you move no more than half my speed. I have not moved more than half my speed, so I should have advantage on this perception.
That's fine, yeah. No problem at all. I'm happy to give that to you.
Because of my steady
24.
eye.
Perception check, 24. I'm going to say you do hear the sounds of... there is definitely sounds of combat coming from further down the hill, and you were up the top tower, so you would I think you would know that it's coming from the bottom tower.
Okay. I'll
I would say it's a free action to let your party members
I'll
know.
let everyone know. I'm not so sure we're finished here.
Okay, if that's it for you, then we are going to go. This Duergar heavy sniper. This is not. He has used his invisibility. He's going to pull out a short sword. This is shit. But he's going to go 3 attacks with a short sword.
Okay. I will say he has the man advantage.
Well, if he has him an advantage, then I think he's going to go point blank with his crossbow. And he's going to use his steady aim.
I did recklessly attack, so...
So steady aim, Duergar takes careful aim at the creature you can see within range of its ranged weapon. It isn't within range until the end of its turn. Duergar deals an extra 3d6 damage with his ranged weapon against an attack. So it would be at disadvantage, but now it's at a straight roll. Because it would have had advantage. So here we go, 3 attacks with a heavy crossbow. Boop, boop, boop. These are all going to be the top. The first ones we roll 20, 16, and 10.
First 2 hit. The last misses.
So 20, you're going to take 8 and 15 is 23 points of damage.
Thanks for the follow, Runny Roshi.
Thank you very much for the follow. We're almost at our follow goal of 400. We're 399 out of 400. Holy shit. We can do this, motherfuckers. We can do this. Okay. So yeah,
that's piercing.
It is piercing, so it's going to be halved. So it's what is it? 15 so and 8 is 23.
23, 22, 11. Okay.
So yeah, as this first attack, you can see now with your after doing your reckless attack, you've left yourself open. The swing of this turtle mace, the weight of it just has your whole body down here, and you've left that whole flank open, and you just hear the heavy thud and click and twang of that crossbow string as the bow just pierces through your scales and right into your side. Now, just the tiniest bit still emerging from your skin. You can hear this as it takes a second shot. Again, taking advantage of that hit that it's got, it almost like Robin Hood just passes straight through the same hole. You're going to take another 15 plus 5, 20. Oh, sorry. What is that? 8? That's weird.
8.
8 and 15 is 23, so down to 11 again.
11
So a
again.
total of 22 points of damage. Scales as those two balls, and you feel the pump of blood. This blood isn't just leaking out of your side, it's actually spurting out of your side now. The ground slick beneath your feet, your own blood almost causing you to falter and slip and possibly lose this combat. This could be it for Scales. Is there anything else I'm asking myself, is there anything else I'd like to do? Yes, I would love to take another attack, but I cannot. Quick load, Duergar Resilience multi-attack. It doesn't... Okay, that's all I can do. Moving on to this Duergar Heavy Sniper, who I believe is... Bullet in the head, brown bread, stone dead. Darak, you are back up after being on death saves. That flash of platinum energy as Mizelu stands over you. Do you want to live forever? And he just pulls you right back up. What are we doing?
First, I'm just gonna take my 1d4 that Kate bit.
Okay, that was a hit. I'm sorry, what?
Did Kate give me healing, by the way?
Kate
Oh,
gave
okay.
Darak healing.
You did?
Oh my god, I've been betrayed by the tactical mistress behind me.
Is it 1d4, Kate?
It's 1d4, yes.
Yeah.
You.
Motherfuckers, enjoy your healing.
Derek will just get his focus and turn to Mercedes like, doesn't make us even.
Far from it, friend.
And then, well, he got up, so you have 10 feet of movement now. Yay!
What would you like to do with your 10 feet of movement, Derek?
He's gonna move just like 5, 10.
Yeah, you've got an action now.
Then he's also going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Alright.
Wait, yeah, he has the spell slot there. Mass Cure Wounds. Where is it now? That's Mass Healing Word, sorry. Mass Cure Wounds. So, 21 for Mizelus, Eryxium, and Rain, and for Derek.
Holy shit, that's a good roll for Mass Cure Wounds. Darak, not that you saw this, but the Mass Cure Wounds that Mizelu cast was like this platinum dragon sort of arcing over the back of everyone affected. What does Darak's Raven Queen Mass Cure Wounds look like?
Yeah, like, he's always like with the ravens. Everything is just like, you see it basically pops out of him and like a spectral type of image and goes towards all of them and just like as it touches them, it forms into the shape of their bodies.
Nice. Okay, everyone, you feel that, and I'm thinking, and I'm kind of imagining that it would be a very ice cold and chilling effect,
Yeah.
but yet still healing. Nice. Darak, is there anything else? Bonus action you'd like to use before I go to Mizelu?
Like Ryan said, a cleric.
Okay, cool. Mizelu, you are up. What are we doing here, Rhino?
I was up when I saw Scales go, right? But also that building's quite high, so
It is
I
quite
can't
high.
get
Unfortunately,
there.
you probably wouldn't have seen that. Yeah.
2, 3.
But I mean, you have been told that the shit's going down at the lower tower.
So, okay. If I get to there, looking through this door, can I see
Yeah.
that there's a back door?
Yes, you can. There is a back door there. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I use my action to...
Okay.
I'm not actually going to... No, I'm going to stop just before the door in case someone else can get there before me.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's my action and my movement to be able to do that.
Okay. Moving on to Eryxium. I assume you've no bonus actions as usual. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I feel so shit.
I'll
Well,
just
look,
say
I
to
know that
Eryxium,
pain.
fly, you fool.
Fly, you fool. Eryxium, what are we doing here? On 2.1 in the turn order.
Speaking of Fly You Fool, when Ren had that massive hole put in his chest, did he pass the...
You are correct. I don't think I rolled 15.
Thank you
so
very much. I always
7.
forget about
I
concentration
am
checks.
so bad for that. I need to put like a reminder on my screen that pops up when I take
I
damage.
wish there was a thing on the token that happened whenever you clicked the concentration.
Yeah. I'll be handy to
Anyway.
have as like a macro, to be honest. If
Yeah,
that
well,
can be done.
let's do it manually and let's roll a concentration check and keep things
Yeah,
moving.
it's rolling. So I took 15 points of damage, so it's 10.
Minimum
so I
10,
should be
yeah.
fine. Yeah. Yeah, you're good.
Excellent.
Yes, you still feel that sort of anti-gravity that lightens to your frame, and you are Ren is still like he's got a few holes poked in him, but he's still going.
Well, then
We'll
let's
say-
Hulk jump on this.
But once Ren stops like being like trying to be sneaky with the fly spell, it formulates in like 2 golden wings, so it's very visible.
Okay,
Right.
there you go.
Well, then let's Hulk jump and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60. Can you dash while flying for an additional 60?
I mean, you can use your action to use your movement time. I've seen no issue with that.
100%. Well, then he will go 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. Where on the roof was the trapdoor?
Or you're a floor down, aren't you? It's in
He
the
can
bottom
fly.
left.
He can fly onto the roof and go whoop.
Yeah, but they're a floor down, I think.
Yeah, that's what I
right.
look at the trapdoor to get down. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the bottom left, so southwest. Here, I'm pinging it there.
Right. So he has 30 additional feet.
We're
Could
on the
that get
stairs,
him?
like doing the whole like Inigo
Yeah,
Montoya.
you're a floor down on the stairs to the ground floor. Yeah,
So that the remaining 30 feet could get him to.
easily. Yeah, with a bit of movement and all.
Right. Well, then he'll get down to aid, and seeing Scales slightly bloodied.
Motherfucker. It's your action to use lay on hands, isn't it?
It is, but he has used his action. Oh, excuse me. So as he lands in a cloud of debris, he will say, "Mzelu sends this," and will Shield of Fate Scales. Which will do
Nice.
to
What does that shield of fate look like?
I think a radiant explosion that leaves a scaled platinum cloak over Scales.
And you see the
Very
Duergar
regal.
throw his arm over his eyes. That platinum explosion happens, and you can see now his glance in his eyes are furtive like a rat caught in a cage. And as he's now realizing this is hopeless for him. He needs to escape.
Fight all his rage.
Indeed. Ren, you're up, buddy.
Yeah, Ren is feeling like as he's walking, he's like not paying attention to what's happening behind him. He just gets hit with this wave of healing energy. He's gonna look back over his shoulder and like throw a thumbs up, and then he is going to not really do too much because he's gonna start walking, I suppose, towards this because he saw Rixium take off and start flying,
Okay.
and he's gonna go
You
30
would have
feet.
seen Mazzelli move towards the door here. I'm just saying.
Oh, just door on the inside.
Yeah. that leads
Okay,
into
yeah, fair.
the-
Yeah, Ren will go that way then.
Happy to say, because it's you know.
So Ren will go to here, 30 feet, get to the doorway. I suppose dash action and 30, get to here.
That'll get you to there, no problem. And as you walk through this, it is a very, very almost like an archway of this volcanic stone. It is almost unbearably hot as the stones on either side, they're glowing red with the heat just from that proximity to this this lava. And as you walk down, I can imagine Ren just doing the Henry Cavill fucking guns as he's getting his spells ready to go. Is that it for Ren?
Yeah, I mean the heat. Like Ren's a fire user primarily. He's used to it, so he just kind of like he starts unwrapping his the like bandages he has wrapping around his hands, which is something he usually does when he's about to like blow something the fuck up.
Yeah.
So he's getting ready to drop a nuke on this
Yeah, and
guy in
again,
here.
as you unwrap, you take those wraps off, you can see the years of burn marks scorched along the palms of your hands and the fingers, and so they are quite disfigured.
There's a
from
fair
all
few,
the fire magic.
Fair few scorched in like runes that will be used as part of fire spells as well and stuff.
Okay, that's it for Scales. Sorry, Ren. Scales, you're up. This is okay. So, what would you like to do? Because this is
So,
you're
yeah,
you're
it's
not
right
looking
down
great.
there now.
29 hit points out of 111.
Yeah, Scales is like really, really not good, and
You're
he's
feeling
like,
it,
spurting
yeah.
blood. He's feeling it, but he's also got this odd fieriness to his rage that he doesn't normally have. It could be the environment. It could be just how bloody injured he is. So he is going to recklessly attack the guy again with his turtle mace. So.
Okay.
2 attacks. The first one is a 20 to hit
That hits.
for 13 damage.
Okay, yeah, that is a solid connection there, just underneath the armpit, top of the rib cage. You hear a satisfying crunch.
Could I get a DC 15 strength save?
You sure can. Here we go again. Strength, you say?
Strength.
Boop.
So they
fuck, lads.
are pushed 10 feet back.
What the fuck? Hold on a second here. What's happening?
Holy
here?
fuck, Randy Rogers! Thanks a million for the
Randy
5
Rogers,
gifted
6
subs.
tier 1 gift subs. Thank you so much.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate you. That means, Randy Rogers, you get to give everyone, all of the players, free inspiration.
And you get one too.
Do I
No,
get to hold
the
my
6 of
extra
us.
inspiration?
It says when you give 5 subs, every player, including the DM, gets this thing.
Ah.
Hype train
tells
level
when they're
2. Hype train level 2. I'm gonna have to drop 100 bits for the. I'm not gonna get anything from it. But actually, sorry, that's a boon.
Randy, thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate you. Where's my
Dave,
fuck-
since
yeah.
I already have inspiration, do they stack?
No.
Yes, that's the question. Do they stack?
They do sometimes when we're in real big trouble, but not normally.
I'll say there's a pool. Let's put them into a pool, and we'll get our technomistress to maybe just scribble a number of a pool there. But we very. I think we can have a pool that we can draw from. But you can figure that out.
Cool.
Anyway, what am I doing? I need to cheer 100 bits to keep this fucking hype train going. Zip zap skibbity bap. There we go. Boop. Nobody gets healing from that. You can all go fuck yourselves. Okay. So that was an 8. What happens with the 8? Sorry for that phone.
So he gets pushed, or they get pushed back 10 feet, be it down steps or.
Okay, that's forced movement. They will get down the stairs and you will not get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, and I am going to Terminator follow them down the steps
Jesus.
10 feet.
Okay, yeah, move your token down the stairs.
Ah, sorry, the zoom has gone berserk on me.
I'll move you down there.
Yeah, move me to, there we go. And I'm going to hit them again with the turtle mace.
Jesus Christ. Well, that rolled off a 22, rolls off a
23 to hit.
23 is another 15 points of damage.
Another 15 points of damage.
With this second one, the first one just cracks him in the side of the ribs, beneath the armpit, and you hear that satisfying crunch. You can hear that the breath is stolen from him now, as possibly the lungs are damaged. It's hard to tell. He's wheezing and whining, and he kind of just tumbles down the stairs, stands up, reaches down for his weapon, and he sees you just inexorable, just prowl as you just stroll down, one foot in front of the other, head down. The light from the lava coming in through the window, just reflecting on your eyes as Scales. Yeah, you do that second hit, and it just cracks him across the head. Again, you feel the cheekbone give way, and the blood just begin to pool out of his mouth. Now, is there anything else you'd like to do?
That is it for Scales. He is staying put where he is.
Okay, Robert. What's going on with Twitch here?
We're trying to figure out all the things we can do.
This is ridiculous. Robert, you are up, my friend. What are you doing?
There's a door here. How did Bren get to the other side?
There is a
We
door
jumped
here,
down.
yeah.
I walked out of it.
Okay, cool. Then I will run around this way
Yep.
and start heading your way.
Okay, you can use all your movement, your bonus action, and all the rest of it to
Yeah,
scoot around this.
I'll bonus action dash to
Okay.
get ahead of him because I don't like our squishy wizard leading the charge, even though I'm not exactly a squishy wizard. Even though I'm not exactly not squishy. Can I see this dude?
He is now on the ground floor, so yes, the door is closed, but if you were to open the door, you could see him.
Okay, yeah, no. I can't open the door.
Is that it for you?
Yeah, that's it for me.
What is going on?
I don't know. There's so much
On your
happening.
end, as gifted 5. Holy shit, we're up to. Thank you very much. Another
Thank
fucking
you.
5 gifted subs.
We definitely
Holy
need
shit.
like the inspo pot.
Okay, look,
Thank you,
I will say, just because of this sheer amount of gifted subs tonight, that you can, yeah, that is crazy. Thank you so much on your end. We need to get you in a one shot for sure. I will say that you can stack up to 2 now because of how generous on your end has been. So, but this is an exception to the rule.
I think all these subs might mean we need to figure out a D&D 5e Rust edition.
That's interesting.
Ryan, get your DM hat back out.
Fucking cool. All right, I like the sound of that. Is that it for Robert then?
Yes. Yes. that's
Robert,
everything I
this
can
guy
do.
is back up. He's going to use half his movement to stand up, and he's going to face you now. And you went reckless, right? Gonna.
I did, yeah.
So it's going to be 3 attacks, flat with the heavy crossbow again. Bump, bump, bump. Oh, for fuck's sake, lads. That's a nat 1, a 9, and a 14.
Shall I roll the nat 1 for you?
I would love you to roll a nat 1 for me.
There you go. 48.
I think it's the same thing again.
No, that was 47 twice.
Yeah, it's 40 to 49. So disadvantage on his next attack roll, which is a 9. Does a 14 hit?
Nope.
Would a boon make it hit?
Should I tell you? Yes, it would.
Because that's what we
Yes.
do. Here's a
That's
Wait,
D4.
whoa, even with the +2 from Shield of Faith?
Let's find out.
Oh, actually, no. Sorry, yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep that boon.
Yeah,
then.
hold on to your boon. Fair.
Hold on to your
Hold
boon.
on to your hats,
No,
motherfuckers.
I
That is
will-
3
I will
misses.
say that even with the Shield of Faith, a boon could have made it a success, but a 1 wasn't enough.
Okay.
You needed 3 or 4.
want to. That's fine. That's not. I'm going to keep the boon. I do want to address Kotlin Gamer. I'm broke. If I had anything, I would have fed the hype train. There is absolutely no expectation from anyone here to pay any money or to do anything. We're just happy to have you in, happy to have you as part of the community, and happy to have you watching us play our game. Don't ever worry about giving us boons or giving us anything. What is going on with that big massive shield I've just seen in the... Oh, okay, cool. So no stress at all. We love you. We love having you here, and that's more than enough for us. So this Duergar heavy sniper, he's got his short sword out now, and he's slipping on the blood that's pooling out of you. He's slipping on the blood that's pooling out of him, and he's like swinging, just these wild swings that are just, one or two of them connect. They're just ineffectual. You can see now he's down on one knee, panicking. Darak. You're muted.
My bad, sorry.
That's alright.
Okay, he sees everybody surrounding inside the building, not sure what's going on. He hears a commotion and trying his best to catch up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, that's all.
Okay, and you can. Okay, and do you want to use
Oh,
your
yeah,
action
wait.
to run?
Yeah, dash. Yeah, I forgot about that. 5,
to there, is it?
10, 20, 25. That's
Through the
all.
door. Scoots past Mazzellu. That's it. Mazzellu, what are you up to?
We can pass through friendlies, right? Because otherwise
can,
Derek's
yeah.
just blocked the fucking door.
Yeah, no, you can pass through for sure.
Well, I am sure you can just jump over me.
Oh, like just leapfrog you? Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 5,
Can't
6.
believe we're only one follower away from 400, guys.
Can I see these two at the top of the tower?
No, but you can see if you were to move. Is that the end of your movement? I'm just going to move around the side for 1 second. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't because they're at the bottom floor and he's right at the back of that door. That door is currently closed.
Gotcha. Okay, fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just gonna keep moving, so I'm basically there. And I see it,
Okay.
and I'm like, oh, well, you're dead next.
Okay, moving on to Erixium. Oh, shit. Here we go.
Right, well, let's run down to the ground floor to this heavy crossbow fellow. He's backed himself into a Dorner.
Sorry, are there 11 fucking inspos in a pool?
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Okay. We need to come up with a mechanism. here.
We have a lot of inspos in the pool.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna draw from those as well.
I think it's only fair that the
Yeah.
DM should be able to, in fairness.
Okay.
As long as it's not, I'm gonna use an inspo, and then the next round, I'm gonna use another
No,
inspo.
that's all.
Yeah, you can only use
Only-
you can only use one inspo per roll. I think is fair
Yeah,
per
I
round.
think it'll be for. I think it'll just be for. What's a hype chest? I think it'll just be for like critical moments, you know. Anyway, so Erixium, what are you doing? You're just like walking down the stairs like a fucking Terminator as well.
Gung. Let's see if he doesn't trip this time as he raises his long sword and attempts to strike.
Strike hard.
At 27, much better. So the first
27's gonna
strike,
do it. Yeah.
10 points of slashing. Let's strike again. 22. Oh, yeah, 22 from additional 12. So 22 points of slashing damage.
Erexium, as you walk down the stairs, your blade shining in your hands, Scales' rage evident there in their eyes. Something slightly different and marginally unsettling, as you've never seen Scales' rage manifest itself in this way before. But you push that to one side. Its combat is still it's still present, and it's still the foremost thing on your mind as you walk down. You swing that longsword twice. How does this creature meet its end?
I think as he walks past Scales, who this creature has littered with arrows, as he strikes the first time and leans him back as he leans waning, he strikes again. He says, "You should have taken the day off," as his head just swells in his shoulders before it hits the ground.
Yeah, the blade cuts through, and it's a low swipe, given that this thing is a dark dwarf, but it cuts through the armored cuirass, that sort of collar thing that it wears, the metal collar, sails through it. The head just flies off, duck, 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 and this sort of thick, hollow sound as it like duck, 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 rolls along, and the last thing you see is it looking up, almost one eye looking at you, one eye looking at Scales, and that is where this combat will take. Yes.
Before the combat ends,
Yes.
I'm not actually going to take an action. I just want to have a reaction from Scales, because I don't know why. I can't explain it, but it feels right. As the head sails and goes to-dunk, 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 and lands, Scales is going to swing around towards Erexium and give him a snarl, like, sort of like, "That was my kill." You know, that kind of idea? Like,
Yeah.
it was like, "He was mine!" But he's not going to say anything. He's just going to go as if he's gonna, like, his posture is, "I'm about to attack you," and then, like, split second, it fades away again. Like, and he's just Scales.
There is a visceral moment there where...
But there's that split second where he spins around where you're like, is he about to attack me? And then you're like, oh, I might have imagined that, like. But he was, like, locked on to killing this guy, and you just took it away from him. That's the vibe.
Yeah, this is like the childlike innocence of Scales being taken away for something different.
Yeah, just that. I honestly can't say why it feels right in this scenario.
Go with it.
It's just that feeling where, like, Terminatoring down the stairs after this guy.
Scales can't be Scales forever.
That he was
That one
like,
was mine.
he was locked on to killing this guy. He's down to, like, he's literally 2 hits the last time would have put him on death save. So, like, he's right at the very edge of fighting, of his resilience, of being on his feet, and you just killed this guy out from under him. So
Almost as if to amplify that moment, you feel the earth shudder beneath you. The earth sort of moves and shifts, and you can hear as the lava just to the southwest of this tower begins to spit and shower the area with these sort of droplets of magma and lava, and then it settles down again.
But also, this all happens while Scales is still raging. You see him come away from this killing moment or whatever while he's still in his rage, and then his rage drops and the ancestors disappear and he's just Scales, and I'm guessing he's gonna literally drop to his knees because he's like...
Is Scales the only person that can see the ancestors?
No, they've always been visible to other people when they popped up, I think.
Rixium, can I get a perception check, please?
Were they? I always assumed so.
I'm happy with that.
I've only
It's
operated
not to see whether he can see
22.
them. It's to see what he can see on them. And with that moment, Rixium.
Yes!
What?
We
No
hit
way!
400!
Woo! We hit 400 fucking
Yay!
follows. Holy shit!
Breakfast says only Scales saw them before. He only sees it when the ancestor consulting happens, but I always assumed people could see the ancestors harassing the enemies. But
I'm happy if you could make the call on that, Scales, because this is your character. So I'm happy to that. But more importantly, we got to 400 follows, and I am more than happy to celebrate that. That's amazing. We have been doing this just over a year and 5 days, and we've gotten to 400 followers. I
just want to point out, you said if we hit 400 followers, we level up.
No, I did not.
Shit.
I definitely
You guys
think I
said
remember
that.
I
Oh,
definitely think I
Twitch, now
remember
he
that.
pulls that back now that we get
I mean,
100.
what does
Wow.
chat think? Does chat think we should level up?
Thank you. Fuck you, chat. I love you all, chat, but you can fucking forget about that.
Okay, well, maybe not a level of
Thank
free
you,
feats.
Kitsuna1991, for jumping in. You have been our 400th follower. So our Discord is there. Jump into the Discord and say hi, because we would like to see.
Join the Discord, and we'll give you some kind of a hat on your
a hat or like a keyring or something like that. But yeah, what I did want to say was that we've been doing this for a year and 5 days, and I'm like the world I create, it was nothing without the people that are in it. Because it would just be me standing in the shower going, oh, that would be an awesome adventure. These guys are the people that make this what it is. I'm honored to have them in my game. I'm honored to be part of the Emerald Collective, and I think this is a great time to take our break. Thank you, everyone. We will see you in the second half, as there's some shit happening on the other side of the world that the guys are going to find out about very soon.
Lovely.
We love you all, and we'll see you very soon.
See you soon.
Now go. Oh, hey, well, I did see you there, and I completely fucked up my intro. Thank you very much for coming and staying with us. We are back, part 2 of episode 66 of the Sopherone Saga. We are in the aftermath of battle, and deep in the Underdark, we have Scales and Eryxium in this very, very intense moment. As at the end of battle, Eryxium stole Scales' kill, and Scales reacted viscerally and angrily, turned and snarled at him. We're going to return to that moment right there this second. I'm going to delete the turn order, and as that door is closed in front of you, Mazzello, at the moment. So this moment is between Eryxium and Scales for, I'm going to say, 10 seconds. What happens? How does Eryxium react?
Oh, I think Eryxium, who knows on a deeper level than maybe some of the party, the intensity of want and need and that visceral, the words fail me, but I don't think he reacts as some people would. He knows that, like, it's like, yeah, it's like an addict, and that was the fix, and you've taken the fix.
Oh wow, okay.
And it's like, yeah, like he
But
knows
that's something
that.
you've not seen from Scales before.
It's not, but in a way, he's glad to see it.
Okay.
Because Scales is everybody's most lovable, innocent, tingly num-nums loving character. But in a way, in the world that we exist in now, it's almost to a point of fault, because not everything is smiles, happiness, and tingly num-nums.
After all you've seen, how are you still this way?
Yeah, like, no, but no, it's like you need that hardened shell, scaled hide to have that side, but you need to protect it with the switch.
Yeah, does Eryxium does he think, though? Because I like to think that I don't think the two of them can exist at the same time. I think it's going to be one or the other with Scales.
Yeah, it's Jekyll and Hyde.
No, I think once one goes, the other, like, one is going to win out above the other. That's what I think. What do you think, Scales?
So while still raging, after this like instant of like Scales does, like, it passes, and then his rage fades, but Scales is left with this sense of embarrassment.
Okay.
That he's not quite sure, because he was raging before, and it's not always 100% clear when he leaves his rage back to his normal self what happened exactly, but he has a deep sense of, oh, that wasn't the right thing to have done, I shouldn't have done that. And because Scales can't blush because he has scales, it's more his demeanor, and like his tail curls around his own ankle in sort of a like, oh shucks kind of a emotion, as he's like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. And then he's like, he shuffles a little bit, and he like, then he collapses because he's worn out. But I do think there was like a shift there, and I'm not sure that the two couldn't coexist. Like, a slightly more ferocious version of him with a core of innocence still, but I definitely think it's a little crack in the, oh yeah, everything is shiny, into a, no, I wanted that kind of thing.
Okay, good to know. I think that's something we can sort of further sort of deconstruct and reconstruct in the after show chat. And at this point, Mazzelli, you feel that familiar tingling down the back of your neck that precedes a sending spell. And you hear that same silken voice, Mazzello. And you hear him say, sorry, give me a second, I just need to exit the shop here. And as that happens, you hear, Mazzello. Just checking in. It's your good friend Valda. Just wondering if you've spoken to your father recently. I believe he's just arrived in the capital. You may reply to this message.
Valda, you must have some real daddy issues to think that you can come here and say that to me and have me worried in my boots. My father has his own legacy, as do I. You know the grandeurs of what he was dealing with, as do I. And you will know them too one day, when we take your head. Do not reply to this message.
Nice.
Okay, he was going to, but I think with that he won't. He'll save that for later. Somebody clip that, please. And with that, yeah, you can hear a little bit of a kerfuffle behind the door, and I'm gonna say opens up, and you can see the guys here. And do you know what? Let me just remove some of the dynamic lighting here because I forgot to. Oh, I didn't put it in. Perfect. Yeah, so you can see Scales and Orixium standing toe to toe over this dead Duergar. Yep.
Scales has collapsed at this point.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
Why is our map gone dead? Oh, it's back. That's weird. It keeps disappearing.
I'll walk in and I'll just put my hand on Scales' shoulder. Allow me to help a little bit.
Heavily damaged.
Yeah, and I'm going to do a Cure Wounds level 2.
Okay.
So that's 14 points of healing.
Thank you.
You feel those wounds knit up, Scales. I gave Orixium a. I was gonna be. Did you take that perception check?
Yeah, 22.
22. I don't think I narrated what happened.
You did not. We hit 400 and there was excitement.
Yes, there was much in the way of excitement. As that moment happened, you saw the one ancestral guardian that had removed its hood. You could see the whole body language drops as if in sorrow and not shame, but if you could imagine that the first time you've seen maybe a child that you've reared, thought you've done a good job on, do something really bad, and you see that kind of shame and embarrassment just creep over this creature's face, and then the hood goes back up. Scales, I'm gonna say if you want to make a perception check at disadvantage, you can, or we can just say you didn't see it. I'm happy for whatever.
I know I'll do
Makes
it.
the story work better.
I think at the moment Scales is on. You know that feeling when you know you've done something wrong and you're feeling bad about it, but so you're kind of watching everything around you to see, did anyone else see that? Like,
Yeah,
I think that's the
don't
feeling
notice
he has
that,
at the
with
moment.
6. So as the gang convene in this in this forward tower, what is your next step? As you are probably 5 days behind the captured Temple Guards who are being brought to the Mind Flayer colony. You've been charged with rescuing them. Are you going to... I mean, it's not been that long since you've taken a long rest.
I think we've got travel for the rest of the day, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone particularly injured? I'll take that silence as no.
Yeah,
In Scales looks a bit worse for wear, but I mean, we take maybe an hour and then
I'm
move.
not sure Scales knows how to articulate how hurt he is, though. He's like, yeah, I feel fine.
Maybe Ren would have moved up actually, by the way. Maybe we take an hour here, just clean up some wounds, and then
You
get
can
on our
certainly
way.
take a short rest if you want. Darek, what are you doing up there by yourself?
No, I'm on my way there because he has very short legs, so he takes a while to get there.
We need
Okay,
to
no
find
worries.
boots of springing and striding for Derek.
Speed or something, yeah. Okay, cool. So you guys are going to take an hour. Are you going to take it in one of the particular... An hour in a tower? Where are you going to take it?
I don't think I am going to take an hour. I'm going to move on a bit further.
Okay.
Maybe another couple of 100 feet or something along the way, trying to gauge which way we're
Going
going.
to move
and
you
what's
out there.
happening.
There is another cave entrance there that begins to descend. I'm going to shift ping. It begins to descend down and down. It's a very, very steep descent. The heat from this lava flow, though, Mazzello, is almost overbearing. It is... You find your breath coming in ragged gasps as you're inhaling sulfur, and you feel almost like your eyelashes and the hair in your head is beginning to burn and singe. It is... If you have any exposed flesh on your left arm, it's taken probably 3rd-degree burns here. You're not going to take any damage. This is just for flavor, but it is fucking hot.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up to while they're resting. I'm going to get up to this area. I want to try and I want to see if there's any like tracks, any movement of bugs, creatures, monsters, people, drag marks, all that kind of stuff.
Your survival check, please. If Arixium is proficient in survival, he can give you the help action.
He is not.
Well, they're doing that.
Lumbery Patty says a trike for Direk. That's an 8.
No.
Unfortunately, no. It's hard to tell from this area here. There is a breeze that comes off and comes out of whatever the geothermal activity is. These plops and these sort of explosions and sputters and spurts of this this magma and this lava, and there does seem to be sort of this cross breeze from that activity that just blows away any sort of loose sediment or soil. Excuse me. So it is hard to see any tracks there. Maybe further down through this passage where there's not as much of a cross breeze or such sort of geothermal activity, you might be able to make or sort of see more.
While Mizelu and Erixium were kind of walking between the two lava flows, oh, excuse me, probably around here, just for reasons, let's drop a little divine sense in case there's anything
Divine sense, okay.
A specific little dickhead you're looking for, is it?
among other things.
You get a very, very the opposite of saint. You get a very, very faint sense of fiend.
Where?
Sorry, hold on. You don't. Sorry, fiend is not.
Yeah, celestial fiend or undead.
Devils aren't fiends, are they?
Yeah.
They are.
They are.
Devils
fiends.
and
Okay.
demons are both fiends, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, then you definitely get a sense of fiend. It's long since passed. Can I get? Give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check. Okay.
You can see him concentrating, so can I slap him with a guidance?
You can certainly slap the arse off him with a guidance.
Oh fuck.
You know what? I think this would be a great time to use one of our pool of inspiration.
I think it would be. So we're going to go from 11 to 10.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
The
Hard to
dice
tell.
gods don't want me to know.
They do not want you to know. Maybe it'll be next short rest or next long rest, but it definitely seems to be close by. Hard to tell what or where it is, but it's you're too distracted by Mazzella's patting your arse.
It's like one of those sports ones. It's like,
Yeah.
come on, Tiger.
So, suddenly Mazzella is like a locker room towel. Whatcha? And yeah, so it's too much. And unfortunately, yes. So Robert has popped up behind you. Scales, you are right. Oh God, Scales, you're right at the edge of this thing. You are feeling an intense burning heat. It's 5 foot down, and it like for flavor, you are. It's incredibly difficult to stay there.
Yeah, no, Scales is like he wandered over and he looked down as he would into a river.
Yeah.
And
it is a river. He
knows it's like hot, burny, not good. Don't get in the river, because getting in rivers generally has not been to his
This one is game
improvement.
over, yeah.
But he has been rummaging around in his pockets to see what he has, and he pulls out some blue fruits that he collected from the Grim House, and a lemon that he collected.
Lemon or not lemon?
No, it's a lemon. It's just a lemon. Probably a bit moldy at this stage. He's had it a while.
It's quite squidgy.
It's a bit squidgy, and there's probably a bit of mold growing on it. And he's going to like toss a berry in, one of the blueberries, and then he's going to toss the lemon onto the lava, and then he's going to toss another blue fruit further out to see what happens.
Okay, cool. So how close is the closest thing that you've dropped in?
So I think he probably dropped a blue fruit right down beside him, and then the lemon essentially just down beside him, and then he probably tossed the other blue fruit like 10 foot away from him.
Okay, if you've ever seen anyone upset a lava flow or any kind of magma crust, there's the doggo. Look at the doggo. Yeah. If you've ever seen anyone upset a sort of lava flow or it does have this sort of slight crust on it, and you drop the piece of fruit through, it does disturb it, but there's this explosion and release of magma. I do need a dexterity saving throw, please. DC for this is 12.
I do have advantage on dex saving throws.
I'm happy to say your danger sensor will kick in here.
Okay.
I wish it kicked in before you did this.
19.
That's a 19. Okay, so you're going to take half of 88.
88. Okay.
As this magma explodes, you get like 16 points of damage.
16.
Yeah,
okay.
Unfortunately. And I mean that's just from a splash of it. I don't know if you know what the lava rules in D&D are like. They're fucking absolutely crazy.
Oh, they're nasty. I was looking at them recently and I was like, nope, not doing that with all of them.
Robert, Mazzello, and Erixium, you see this explosion of lava and magma as it and it lands in Scales' hands, and you can see now Scales like in a lot of pain. Were you trying to stop Scales?
No, I just said I know what the lava damage is in D&D. It's
I also know, but Scales doesn't.
No. Okay, so no, Paddy, no lavaing matter. Okay, so yeah, Scales, you take that damage. It hurts, and it hurts a lot. You hear Scales. I don't know if Scales cries out or not.
I think he probably does go.
Yeah. Oh,
Scales, aren't you meant to be resting with Ren?
Was I?
Yes.
No one told me I was supposed to be resting.
Yes, you, Derek, and Ren are meant to be resting while we investigate a little.
At this point, Ren has probably heard the scream and the yelp and stuck his head out. The thing was like, Scales, for fuck's sake, get away from the lava.
But it's pretty.
Get away from it.
Okay.
It's fucking dangerous.
And he kind of like does that tromping thing that like toddlers / 7-year-olds who know that they've done wrong, but they're like, oh, fine.
Oh, does Scales curse? That's rare.
It's an inward
Oh,
curse.
fine. And he just tromps back. Scales is not me. I curse. Scales is not.
Okay, so back to Ren and Derek in the tower while Erixium and Mazzello and Robert are up there sort of looking at tracks. Ren and Derek, what are you doing?
Ren was, when he heard Scales yelping, was probably in the midst of going through this guy's pockets.
Okay, cool. I'll tell you exactly what this Duergar heavy sniper has. He has a heavy crossbow with another 60 bolts in it.
60, 60?
60 in his little side pouch thing. 60 bolts.
Yeah, Ren will actually offer that up to Darek and be like, hey, you might be able to make use of this if you're out of spell range. Be useful, you know?
Yeah, let me take that. I'll keep that in hand.
Maybe chuck one to Erixium too.
Kathleen Gamer says he also want a croissant.
Ranged options.
It would be nicely toasted if he found a croissant, alright.
Which crossbow is it?
The heavy crossbow.
Heavy crossbow bolt.
Heavy crossbow, thank you.
So there's 60 of those motherfuckers. You also find 2 potions of regular healing, but you do find a bag. And there's a
bag.
It's just a sackcloth bag, and as you sort of move it around, rattle it, it rattles, very, very hollow sounding. And as you look in, you can see there's about approximately 18 Swerfneblin deep gnome skulls. They've been dried and shrunk.
Yeah, Ren is going to like wrap whatever cord is used to pull the bag closed after he looks in, and then wrap that around and tie it. And he's like, and he will actually keep that to the side. He's not like just chucking it away. That might be something that the Swerfneblin might want back. That's it. Later rest.
Can I get a wisdom check, please? Just a flat wisdom.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you said Smurf Neblin.
DC, but this is 12, my friend.
Flat wisdom, is it? Just check.
Just flat wisdom check.
Okay, good. I was like, are you at... Oh, what's trying to possess me now is what was going to
No, it's a flat wisdom check. It's over intelligent. Yeah, seems like a great idea, buddy. Yep, keep... you got
I'm
11.
actually... Can I use a boon on that?
Yeah, you can use a boon to make it. So you can drop your boon to make it. You've made it. Yeah, great. If you approach them with that, that's great. But if they catch you with that on you, they're only gonna come to one conclusion. And you're
right.
So you're like if you get the initiative, say, in the encounter, and then you can go, hey, hi, we found these things. But if for some reason they find you and they find these on you, you're gonna have a very fucking hard time explaining how you go.
Well, I was gonna stick him in a bag of holdings. It wouldn't be obvious.
Oh, you can certainly do that if you want.
You know, Ren is sitting there and he's actually contemplating it. And he's like, maybe not. And he'll leave them to the side. He'll set them on top of like if there's a crate or something or like a table in here, he'll set them on top of that, just out of the way.
Yeah. Lumbering Paddy in the chat. Jesus Christ, Paddy! Waste of time inviting him to Smurf to anything. He never comes. He always has blue balls. Jesus Christ.
So
we
this
love
guy,
you, Paddy.
This is not a PG stream, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not. It's never.
We start after hours for a reason, guys.
Okay.
Past water.
So, anything else, Derek? What do you do?
I was actually going to say I was going to go around and have a look at the other guys' stuff as well.
Yeah, just a bunch of crossbow bolts. So I'm going to say roll a d20. That's how many gold pieces you find on you. On them, there's not a lot to write home about here. They didn't take their stuff. 10 gold pieces. Didn't take a lot of stuff to work with them, but it does seem that you know.
No more healing potions?
No, you've got 2 already.
No. I'll just transfer my
Be thankful. Derek, what are you doing with your short rest? If you're taking a short rest,
he's still fine with. Yeah, he's not taking.
So you're not doing that thing that you talked about. You're gonna do that later on. That's fine.
I just
say you guys got your short rest.
I just want to say that once Scales was told you weren't supposed to be over there, he went back to where he was supposed to be, and he sat like a petulant toddler the entire time.
Okay, that is no problem.
I know this is probably a waste of a resource, so sorry guys, but Ren is probably going to see the lava burn on Scales' hands, and he is going to pour one of the potions of healing into it.
Cool,
to try and heal it up.
2d4 plus 2, and then you can also use your short rest hit dice, and let's get this show on the road, unless there's anything else you guys want to do.
Dave, let me, I think Derek is still a bit now like very sad because you got that memory back, so I'll say you will do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna need to know what you're going to say in the sending spell. Do you want to tell people who you're casting sending to, or would you want to do this headphones off?
I'm not sure. Maybe, yeah.
Well,
I think I think it's best if we do it with headphones off then.
Okay, headphones off.
Right. Just before we go, headphones off for anyone new enjoying our play this evening. Headphones off. None of us players know what's going on, so please keep the chat ambiguous or false as much as you can.
Do not give anything away in the chat. Thank you very much. Okay, so headphones are off. Derek, would you like to say who you're casting sending to right now?
Yeah, Derek knows it's a long shot. Nobody has ever contacted the Raven Queen directly.
So you're casting your sending spell to the Raven Queen.
To the Raven Queen. He knows it's a long shot. It's not going to maybe work, but he is in that position.
What are you asking the Raven Queen?
Okay, I've got a message here. He says, Raven Queen, what's happening at the Raven Temple? Am I alone in this cursed dark? Have you taken me, or do you still guide me?
Do you want to roll a D100, please? And this is the only time you're going to be able to do this before you get the Divine Intervention ability. So you can roll a D100. As you sit down, Derek, and you feel that intense heat almost overwhelm you, but something about being down here is right. Something about being down here is more comforting than being on the surface. After all, you are a dwarf. You utter those words to the Raven Queen and you reflexively look up, instinctually. You see nothing but ceiling and stalactites staring down in response. Your heart is true, and your intentions are honorable, but that connection, that ability to get through to a being of such power and it's not there. Fortunately, you don't connect. But it was worth a try.
It was worth a try.
Can I get a perception check now, please?
Perception. There we go. 9.
Would you like to add a boon to that?
Yeah, let me add a boon. Why not? Because I have to know what's going on. Come on. 1. So it's 10.
10. Unfortunately, yeah. Everyone can put their headphones back on now. Yeah, you don't Bueller. You don't. Yeah, it's just it didn't really, nothing really connected there. Where did you do this, by the way? So
Right, yeah, at the back, left of the building.
Okay, cool. No worries. So you're gonna have to actually do that on the ground there, somewhere there, if that's okay, because that's too high up to actually get to. No problem at all.
No problem.
Yeah. And I will say for the audience and anyone watching along, as Darak sort of shakes his head and walks away, despondent and somewhat dejected, his eyes trained forwards towards his companions. He doesn't look behind him, and if he did, he would have seen a small raven feather just drift down, float away on the thermals, stop, and then just drift down and land on the ground. Fortunately, he did not, and that is where we're going to move on, unless there's anything else anyone wants to do.
Dark's over by the exploration party, is he? Or
Way
where
over
am I-
here. Way over far left there.
Okay, yeah. No, that's cool.
Dave,
Nobody else would have seen this. Yes, Ren.
could I put that robe on that we found?
You can, yeah. They are robes of protection +1. You don't
Now-
need to attune to them.
Now, question for you here.
Mm.
Obviously, we've been kind of running it so far that when you equip magical gear, it kind of reshapes to fit what your character's kind of
Yes.
experiences and that. Obviously, I'm assuming it keeps the pattern of the drow, like, stuff
Oh,
there.
it absolutely does, yeah.
Can Ren kind of, like, as Ren puts it on, can it sort of, like, shift instead of a robe into more of, like a traveling cloak?
Sure.
Yeah, just because Ren doesn't wear robes. He's made a point of not dressing like stereotypical wizards.
No problem. You can have a Matt Mercer type cardigan thing if you want.
Yeah, just something to go. Yeah, or if it's something that can go under his already magic jacket, just kind of like.
No worries at all. 40 coats, says Lemon Patty. That's no problem. Are we able to move on here? Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
One last thing I'm going to do is, as Rixium's there with me, I'm going to just a little bit of extra protection for you, seeing as though you seem to like being in the danger so much. And as I touch him on the shoulder, he will get a death ward.
Death ward. What does that look like when it hits him?
So essentially, is he in his armor right now, or is he decloaked?
Oh, he's in his armor. We're not in the safe space.
Okay. So on his armor, as I put my hand on the pauldron of his armor, there will be emblazoned the symbol of the Platinum Dragon, and that will stay with him until it needs to burn into his skin and bring him back.
Wow.
It disappears. It's just a.
Okay, if we're moving on then, I'm gonna need group survival checks to see how well you guys manage to track your quarry, and as you move further through this tunnel and down.
Scales,
12.
don't forget to heal yourself for the short rest.
Use your hit dice, yeah. 12, 10, 9, 9, 12. So we've got
Wait,
3 fails, 2 successes here.
survival, is it?
Yeah.
Yep. Ren's pretty decent at these usually. 20.
Okay, 3 successes, 3 fails.
That's
Okay.
it.
We have a load of inspirations, guys.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna say that it's slow going. There are a lot of tracks here. It looks to be some sort of with the 20 Ren. You can see something pass by here recently. Something large, something with a tail, and it's the tail that seems to have sort of brushed the tracks away as you try and track where these Mind Flayers went with the Platinum Dragon Temple Guards. But at one point, maybe 4 hours down this corridor, this sort of tunnel, this cave, you find it splits up into 3 possible exits. With your 3 successes and 3 failures, it is hey Nightmare, that's my friend Aaron who's come in to join us. I do believe Stephen knows Aaron as well. Yeah, it is. It's a moment where like you guys are going to have to spend some time going down one corridor, going down the next, but being very careful about the way how you disturb the loose earth, because sometimes you have to go back and sort of retrace your steps. But eventually you do figure out it's the westernmost passage, and as you continue down that way, you would walk for another, I'd say, 2, 3, 4 hours. It's getting towards the end of the day. The heat is getting worse, and I need a survival check to see if another group survival check to see if you find somewhere suitable to camp. If not, you might not get a successful long rest in the sun.
The dome does do a lot for that in terms of
Okay.
like heat wise, but yeah, I was finding a decent spot to set up is the issue.
Survival again, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Group survival. 22, 16, 11, 22. Yeah. That's at this point you do find weary and your skin feeling like it's roasting. And you look down at your exposed arms if you're not wearing sort of heavy garments. You do see now they are bright red, almost as if like severely sunburnt. And you decide Ren, you do find what looks like some sort of offshoot of a corridor, but more importantly, from the offshoot, you do see there is almost like someone has sort of chiseled hand and footholds into the wall, and you sort of climb up. You look and you see there is a ledge up at the top that would actually go in over the corridor that you were in. And it looks like a very, very safe place to camp. Unfortunately, there is only one exit the way you came in.
Yeah, but there's only one entrance as well, which is easier to defend. Yeah, Ren is going to beckon everyone up there. He's going to set up the dome in a way that it blocks the entrance so that nobody can get around, if possible, or over even. And what he'll do is he'll make it so, like, the way the dome works, you can kind of make it translucent or opaque, but from the outside we can see, from the inside we can see out, nothing can see in. And he's going to try color match it the very best he can to, like, the main base color of the surroundings to make it as hard as possible to notice.
That is no problem at all. Yep.
Do I have anything before this?
It's okay for the caps, by the way, on your end. There's no issue with caps in this stream. Welcome along, Sticks. You're very welcome in.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see if I have any spells that can help do this as well as the blow. No, I don't. He will actually say it to anyone else, is if anyone can, like, put a longer lasting illusion on front of the dome to kind of blend it in, or on front of the footholds to hide them, it would be appreciated.
Yeah, no worries. I think it's easy enough to put the dome up and get a good night's rest here, without sort of going that far. Scales, what would you like to do?
Just once it's set up, when everyone else is resting, or when Scales has a moment, he is going to go outside the dome to sit on the edge of the ledge.
There is no ledge anymore, unfortunately. Oh, sorry, the one that you climbed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
He's going to sit on it and, like, dangle his feet just outside the dome, and he is going to figure out, or he's going to want to summon the ancestors to consult with them.
Okay. So once again, so what does he do to summon them? It's not like a ritual or spell he's learned. It's more, I feel like it's more of an innate ability now.
It's just an innate ability, but he knows he can do it. Maybe he's only done it once before, so I think he just wants it an awful lot, and therefore he kind of manifests it.
Okay.
And even though it's supposed to be augury or clairvoyance, he summons them. And he's sitting on the ledge, and his feet are dangling as much as they can, and he's just thinking, and he summons this ancestor, and he talks at them more than asking them a question. So he's using this entirely wrong. Like, he's using them as his own therapist, and it's just he's talking to them about the fact that we were fighting earlier, and there was a moment where I almost attacked one of my friends because I was so angry and I wanted to kill the beast I was fighting, and they killed it instead, and I almost attacked them, and I didn't want to attack them, but I almost did, and that felt bad. And he's kind of just, he's not asking them a question, he's just unburdening himself at them about what happened. And I don't know how they react, or if they just sit there and dangle their feet too and just don't say anything, but that's essentially what Scales does.
Scales, as you sit there with your feet dangling over the ledge, the heat of that lava, like from miles away, miles back the way you came, still very evident and stifling. You look down and you see this ancestral guardian appear beside you to your right, but also on your left you see what looks like a platinum pseudo dragon, one you've seen before, appears and sort of, it kind of, you don't feel it, but it kind of wraps around your wrist and your hand, and then it sort of does a little sort of turn and just kind of stands looking at you. But as you look at it, you get the sense that the ancestral guardian is looking at you, and for a second, some dust or something, some dirt gets in your eyes, and you kind of you rub your eyes a little bit, and you kind of look through the dirt, and it looked familiar for a split second, but blink again, and it's just the ancestral guardian in the hood. And after that question, it looks at you with deep sadness in its eyes, and it places a hand on your heart, it places a hand to your head, and then another one on your heart. And can I get an insight check, please?
Yep. Insight.
11. It's trying to tell you something, but you just can't figure out what it is. I feel like that just the maelstrom of emotion and these new feelings are just it's all too loud and it's all too busy.
Yeah, and I think Scales. I think he knew he could summon this thing, and I think he did it just to have something to talk to. He wasn't looking for an answer. He just wanted somebody to speak his thoughts to. So he'll dangle his feet another while, and then eventually he'll get up and go in to take his rest and join the others.
Okay, who's next out?
Ren will take a watch midway through.
You take a watch on your own, or
I'd say a second watch.
Yeah, somebody
take
gets
second watch.
if somebody gets up with him, if he's fine with it. If not, he's kind of chilling. If he sees Mazzello get up, he'll kind of be like, he'll do what he's done in the past, where he's put up his heavily bandagedly wrapped detached ear in the middle of the dome and get out, because that tricks the parameters of the spell. I think we established that before, because he's not technically fully left it. So he'll head out and he'll be kind of sitting on the ledge, similar to what Scales would. And if Mazzello comes out, he'll be like, "That was a close one."
There was some silly mistakes made on my part.
I think that gun cannon, we don't know what the term gun is in this world, they don't exist. That cannon that guy had, that was some serious shit.
Yeah, don't quite like the fact that it was fused to him, or we're going to have to be careful of that if that happens.
Yeah.
If you see one of those coming at us and it's far enough away, please feel free to firebomb the absolute shit out of it.
I don't think it would have done too much to him. He was tough fucker. I'm working on something though that maybe should be able to stop stuff in their tracks like that, but yeah, it might take a while.
Just
a
as
level
far
up
out
per
as
se.
possible. Yes.
Yes. Still think we're doing the right thing down here? 5 days ahead of us, at least. I don't know, it still feels like a lost cause. I won't lie. I have your backs,
It's
but
hard.
it's hard to keep faith in this.
It's funny you should use those words.
Yeah.
Because if this wasn't the right path, I would have been told by now.
You say that, well, I don't know. Just everything in me tells me I'm making a mistake down here.
I think if you can save at least one life in this world, you've never made a mistake.
Yeah, but being down here might be having me sacrifice somebody else's. And I'll say, even without an inside check, Mazzello's wise enough. He knows who Ren's talking about because of the whole family thing that's been revealed to Ren, but he doesn't know who it is. So, you know. If Thrasma gets their hands on them, or the Crowns or Wilder, that might be the only family I have left going. And I am down here in a fucking hole with Duergar and Drow and fucking deep gnomes.
I can't really say how I know Ren, but I truly, truly believe you have more family out there than you realize.
Maybe.
Hmm.
Ravens looks a small town. My dad might have got around before he got married.
Just
Ah,
if you don't have faith in anyone higher, have faith in the friends around you.
Bahamut's done a few good things for me. I think I can. Wouldn't say I'm a religious man, but I have an appreciation.
Certainly
Yes.
saved my ass a few times.
Mine too. This fucking voice in my head. He's been oddly quiet now that I mention it since we got down here. Maybe the layers of rock blocked him out.
It's possibly a good idea not to even think about it because that
That's-
invites.
Saving throw, please, Ray.
Yeah. Kind of figured as much. Let's bait the lich.
Is there any change to his arm, his hand?
Well, that's what the wisdom saving throw is going to fucking
Okay.
decide.
In?
You have a shit high passive perception, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Here
18.
is a slight question before our benevolent DM makes any statements. Ren, being the creator of the dome, is he within 10 feet of resting Orixium?
Yes, he is.
Plus
Depends what the
4.
wording on the dome is. If it's that magic can't get out as well as in.
No, magic can get. I actually think magic can get out because I've seen very many videos of people saying you put the dome up and shoot things through the dome.
It's your call, big man. So yeah, I would say
yeah,
magic can get out. Then yeah, so that's a 19. 15 is what you needed.
Yeah.
19. And what's your passive? This is gonna actually the higher wisdom save is gonna make this more difficult for you, Mizeli. What's your passive perception?
18.
Ren's not gonna hide anything though because he knows
No,
something
happens, but neither of you notice.
Okay.
I'll continue.
I mean, I don't know. Like, it's a weird sensation, like having that in your head constantly, and then all of a sudden it goes quiet. It's like I'm almost more worried. At least then I had an idea of what was happening, you know?
Well, sometimes you just have to go with the flow.
Oh, the lava flow with scales went. That was bad.
I'll tell you something. And this is something only one other person knows.
Right?
So consider yourself, at least at this point, trusted. When I went for my brother, I was terrified. Not because of what I faced, as in the people I had to get through to get to him. I had no worries about that. I knew I'd be covered. I knew I would get them. And I knew I would get to him. The thing that terrified me the most was I was going to have to destroy him.
You fought him?
Luckily, I didn't need to.
No offense, I
my
think you'd have a hard
words-
time with that.
My words and his strength was enough to bring him back. Should the occasion rise where you need to choose between the two of us, you make sure you choose to keep him. He's much stronger.
Ms. Zeller, there is a weighty, burning ball of lead in your stomach. Do you know when you know something?
Mhm.
And like, it almost feels like when shit's really bad.
Mhm.
Your life is going to shit and you wake up and you're like, oh, okay. And then 5 seconds later, you remember it all.
Mhm.
It's
I know.
That.
I know
It's
what you mean.
that.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's as you're speaking those words, it's in the pit of your stomach.
Mhm.
And you feel your throat quivering a little bit, and it's hard. You get it out.
I have a fairly low passive perception, but like, would that be noticeable if that was a struggle
It
for
would
him
be,
to
it
say?
would be an insight thing, and it's just
Yeah.
between me and Mazelli, so
Alright, grand, yeah.
that's okay.
So yes, if you need to make sure one of us survives, then make sure it's him.
I'll figure something out.
Hmm.
You're not the only one who's resourceful with keeping people up. I might not have
Yeah.
healing magic, but I can put people down faster than a lot of other people can here.
Let's be honest, Derek is more than the one that's capable of
Yeah,
keeping people up.
It's a weird one for that. Like, you think a cleric of the Raven Queen would be more concerned about keeping people on the ground.
Yes, but I think he has a greater understanding of the. If she didn't want us to get back up, she wouldn't allow him to be able to do it.
Fair. I don't know. It's a weird one. Can't imagine he'll be too willing to help, considering I may or may not have a lich trying to use me as a pawn.
Yes, we'd definitely have to.
It's a
cross that
weird,
one
yeah.
when it
Like I
happens.
don't know. That's gonna get him back to Artex will be interesting.
Just please stop making deals with things. You
I
don't
haven't made a
understand.
deal in at least a month. And that's the only thing I've outwardly made a deal with. And even then, I didn't even agree to anything. It offered me power in order to help you. I didn't agree to like the side effects. I didn't sign a contract.
You didn't agree to the side effects, but if you agree to the effects, that gives you the side effects.
Well, look, I don't have a degree in fucking law, but as far as I'm aware, I didn't sign a contract, so this is bullshit.
As,
You know?
as a good friend of mine once said, actions have consequences. Bonus actions have bonus consequences.
What's a bonus action? We don't get those.
I need that on a t-shirt.
That one goes out to Roper.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. If it comes down to it, I'll do my best to keep you both. But I don't know. I hear what you said.
What did you say?
I said if it comes down to it, I'll do my best to keep you both alive. But I heard what
right,
you said.
Right, you said something else.
No, I said kill you both. No.
Right, that's aliens
okay.
quote. All right.
And then, kind of like 20 minutes before the end of our watch, Mazelli would ask Ren to head back into the dome and leave him out here for a minute.
All right. I'll go. Ren will actually go around the other side of the, like. Is there another exit to the dome, like the outside?
You're
Just
outside the dome. So the dome is here.
Yeah.
And here is the ledge this side
Yeah.
down. But I mean,
There's wall.
maybe 5 feet.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
can go
No.
back in the dome, but he's
No,
just
yeah, it's more so like if there was another tunnel, for example,
No, there
Ren will
isn't.
watch the other
No,
side.
no,
Okay,
no.
then yeah, Ren will just kind of get back into the dome and
One
kind
entrance,
of,
one exit. Yeah, cool.
he'll kind of rearrange his like go back, like start going through his back, rearranging like spells,
Yeah.
slot the components and stuff.
Cool. Mazzello.
I'm going to attempt divine intervention.
Fucking hell. How are you going to do this?
Ooh.
So I draw my circle as I usually do,
Yeah.
sit in it cross-legged as I usually do, and holding his amulet, close his eyes, does his little chant that he always does, which
Mazzello's
no
amulet.
one's heard yet, I
Yeah.
will say. And then he says, I need your help. And he's asking for Bahamut's help.
Okay, you're going to need to articulate more about the help for this too.
Well, should I see if I even roll to get it?
No,
Okay.
because depending on what you say, I might alter the roll, and you may pray
Oh,
I might
okay.
alter it
I was
further.
just gonna say that.
So
I know why
this
you
is
sent me
this is
here.
thematic stuff here. So like I'm like fuck the
Okay.
rules.
I know why you sent me here. I know why I am here. I know what you've asked of me. And right now, nothing has changed. I believe in you as much as I always have done. My whole family is under threat from this power. And I will accept that as part of your guidance. But one thing I will not accept is if you let anything happen to Scales. So I pray that you give Scales the power to be able to withstand more than they have already.
Okay. So you have divine intervention, which means it's your level. Is that right?
Yeah, I have to roll under my level.
Which is
So if I have to roll
7?
under 10.
10? Oh, sorry, 10. Okay, cool. I'm thinking of the other campaign. 10. Okay, so
And this is where I pray my Call of Cthulhu rolls fucking work.
Well, before you do that, I'm going to ask you to roll a d10 and add it to that.
Oh, okay.
So roll 1d10. That's a 3.
Okay.
Seem to roll
Can I
under
use my inspiration to re-roll that?
Yes, you can.
Please be higher.
You have to take the lower. Oh my god!
Yes! So that's one of my inspirations gone.
Okay, so now you need to roll under a 20 and a d100. And this, you cannot use, you cannot re-roll this.
That's
with
fair.
A thing.
That's fair. Lads, everyone in chat, just fucking fingers crossed.
Cross
Let's
your
go.
fingers in chat. Oh. 71.
There's an inspo count against that?
No, he said I couldn't. Shout away.
What if we burn all 10 inspos in the pot?
That would be a no.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
It's divine intervention's a shot in the dark for a reason.
Yeah.
So, as you entreat the platinum dragon, something about this place feels off, and something about your surroundings feel off, and you recall your half-brother Erexium looking around before you left that lava cave and saying he smelled something and couldn't quite place what it was. You don't have the finely tuned senses that he does. You don't have that ability to sort of reach out with your senses and sense Fey, Fiend, or Dead. But for a split second, you thought you got through, but something nearby. Just stop that from happening.
At which point then?
Yeah.
How are you sending?
Okay. This is the sending campaign.
Hang on a minute, I'm gonna. Which you are familiar.
Do you know who you're casting sending to?
I wanted to send it to the other Spectre,
Fortunately, you're
but I'm not familiar
not
enough.
familiar
That's
enough
that's
with
why I
them,
was checking the
yeah.
wording.
Yeah. You haven't seen them, you haven't met them, you don't,
I might have met them, but we don't know.
you know vaguely that they exist. So,
I'm gonna send one to my father.
fuck yes. Okay.
Do you want headphones on for this?
Nope.
No. Father, on mission. Know you're in danger. Trust your instincts, as I'll trust mine. Hope I'll see you again. If not, both your sons love you.
3 more words, I think.
You can respond.
You hear an out of breath and clearly in a lot of pain. Mazzella's sitting here. Out of spell slots. Or sorry, I'm not gonna say spell slots, so I'll start again. I'm just so used to that term.
Yeah.
Out of energy. In danger. All is not as it seems. Brulvad. 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 to go. Find your mother. Gone. Brulvad. I'm gonna spell it out for you in the chat.
This gig does not like that name.
That's Bodhi.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Brulvad.
Bodhi doesn't like that name.
No, he doesn't.
He's like, no!
So it's Boulvo. So it's one O. It's Vodd. VO. And there should be an umlaut on the O.
Yeah.
Brulvad.
Sounds like a devil's name.
Well, I'll tell you something. The character, if your friend Finar was here, he might be able to tell you who the fuck he was, because he spoke to us through that magic mirror.
Fucking. I 100% thought that was like fucking the guy in here because the purple eyes and shit. It was a weird connection.
There,
One more sending.
a new player has entered the story.
Well, an old one was returned, maybe.
Yes.
So, one more sending
Yeah.
to my mother.
Mhm.
Father in trouble. Get to safety. You know where to go. I'll be back as soon as I can.
It does not get through.
I just get static, do I?
Yeah, same as last time.
She's in prison with father, right?
No, she's on a happy retreat.
Yeah, but it's like a rich
Say it
people
out,
prison.
smiling motherfucker.
He's in a spa.
It's a rich person prison.
She's meditating in the spa, happy out. Spa day, exactly sticks. Spa day, spa week, or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, the very least.
Spar eternity.
And it's at this point, Mazzello, you hear the sound of fingers on stone. You hear some little creature climbing up.
I see some little red fingers, do I?
No, you see, looks like a deep gnome. How's it going? I knew I'd find you here.
Would I hear this from inside the dome?
Nope.
Okay.
It's the most obvious place to camp. Cave fishers love it. Fuck you doing here?
You have to rest somewhere.
Right. Well, I tell you, finish your rest here. I'll keep an eye out for our fucking cave fishers.
What's a cave fisher?
What are you doing down here if you don't know about fucking cave fishers?
Trying to save your people, so maybe you shouldn't be so smart.
You're not down here to save my people. You're down here to save your people. The people the Mind Flayers passed through with.
But if it saves your
those
people
days
too.
ago. Well, you know, if it happens to be a happy accident, we'll take it.
Exactly.
But don't try and convince me you're down here to save my people.
I'll save anyone I can.
That's fine. Spits in his hand, holds it out.
You'd take it, no hesitation.
Okay. Nicely played there, Stephen. He says, you've committed to this path. The only way you're going is down. But I'll give a word to the wise. There's an uneasy alliance down here between the Duergar, who work for the Mind Flayers, and the Fire Giants. You follow that path. Your next step is going to be coming out across their giant bridge. Huge bridge it is. Only one way across. And you've got a large giant, fire giant with the biggest shield you've ever seen by. And probably one or two more guarding that bridge. So you make sure you're fully rested. You make sure you're ready to go. Because unless you can all fucking fly, there ain't no way across that bridge. It isn't stealth. or slaughter. And even then, if you do manage to get past that, you're going for that Mind Flayer colony. I tell you something, the Obsidian Expanse is not to be sniffed at. It's an endless sea of black liquid. Anything living falls in there. I've never seen it come out. Yet, beasts and creatures slither around that thing. I've seen tentacles and heads and things just slide out and back in again. But by fuck, the cries of agony of the things that fall in there. They'd fucking freeze your heart.
You
Once
don't
you're through
suppose you
there,
know a nice way, though, do you?
we're past the nice way. We're long past the nice way. But I tell you something. I feel like you and your crew, you're not wrong-uns. I feel like you and your crew are good eggs. The lad with the pall hanging over him. The one with the burned hands. The lad with the dark magic that sits in him like a cloak. Send him out to me.
I walk in, I just grab Ren and pull him out.
You're muted, but you
Oh,
see
yeah, Ren just goes, oh shit, okay, and distracts.
you see this small deep gnome, grey and old. This white whispery moustache and this long sort of scraggly beard. Looks like, I mean, he could be 300-400 years old, but he still hasn't managed to get a full beard yet. He'll probably disintegrate you if you mention that. But he says, I need to show you something.
Right?
This is something the Illithid don't know. This is something the Dark Elves don't know. This is deep gnome magic.
I'm interested.
Climb down there, don't fall your arse.
Yeah, right on.
Scuttles down those little handholds.
Make his way down. He'll just
Before
do...
he does, I grab his shoulder,
Yeah.
death ward.
Nice.
Is that concentration? It's not.
No.
No, okay. So you've got Death Ward
Um,
on Erexium and you've got Death Ward on Ren.
What Ren will do actually is instead of climbing down the things, Ren just kind of steps off and lets the ring of feather fall do its job. And just kind of slowly
Yep.
floats to the ground, touches down.
That's cute. Now,
Know some tricks.
I'm going to give you something. Because we have a shaman in our ranks. He says you lot are touched by the hand of fate. Your extended family and the people that you know are up and down that vertex crux. You've business in passages that haven't been walked in 1,000 years. So,
But my direct family or just us?
all of you, your extended
Okay.
family, I said, not direct family. Listen,
Right.
unclog your ear there.
Right.
Now, I've got something for that as well, by the way.
That would be much appreciated. Actually, I've been
Oh.
looking for something for that.
First off, you can see he sits down and
Yeah.
he runs a hand over the face of the wall. So you would have walked in this way. There would have been a dead end, and you would have turned around and you would have found all those handholds up into this thing back here. Right? That's where everyone is, but behind you there, right?
Yeah.
Way above. And he says, he waves a hand in the You see that?
I can.
You can't.
No, I can't. Sorry.
No, you can't see anything.
Okay, no, I can't.
That's right. And he pulls out a small little bowl, about that size, but with no Pringles in it. And
Oh, I wanted the Pringles.
What other potato products that are available?
Gnocchi.
So he pulls out this small bowl, and you can see in it this thick brown and purple liquid with these sort of yellow flakes just moving around. He goes, "This is going to hurt."
No stranger to pain.
Dip your finger in there, cover one eyeball, and do the other.
Ren is gonna like pull out like how bad is it gonna hurt? Like we thought.
This
Like-
is going to be agonizing.
Yep. Ren's gonna pull out like a piece of like a small like leather bound notebook that's like quite thin. He's gonna fingers in and then
And as your fingers touch this liquid, you can feel your skin begin to bubble.
Yep.
It's highly acidic. You place it on your eyes, and it is the worst pain you've ever felt. And you feel your eyeballs beginning to melt. Everyone up above hears this incredible, this horrific screaming sound as Ren, you can't contain yourself. You're
gonna bite
biting
now?
down. You've
Okay.
bitten through the notebook.
Okay.
And you're screaming your fucking head off now as
I
your
cast
eyes.
silence.
Okay. Oh fuck!
Slipknot cast duality.
ooh.
Wow. Yeah, I love it. Love it. Love
My
it.
fingers.
I don't want anyone knowing we're here that shouldn't know we're here.
Okay, so silence descends over you. Ren, you're screaming, and you look. You see the steep gnome beginning to laugh.
Mhm.
You kind of realize, shit, maybe I shouldn't have done this. You can't hear it, but you can see the laughter, and then he stops, and he just pulls out another salve and rubs it over your eyes, and the pain goes away.
Oh god.
And as you look down, you can there is blood running down your cheeks, and you look down, you feel it, and then as you kind of blink it away, your eyes sort of feel renewed, and whatever you put on that mingled with it, you look now, you can see what looks like a very, very bright and sparkly purple sigil.
Oh.
I dropped the spell.
And he says to you, "Memorize that, lad. That'll get you back here."
Teleportation circle. I am immediately maybe not that no, but Ren is like a few, and he's gonna pull out and he's gonna start like he's a wizard, he's used to copying sigils very intricately, so he's gonna immediately start copying it down.
Man. No. What I will say it is, here's two more. And he hands you two pieces of paper with two different teleportation sigils on them.
Yeah, he'll slot them in and he'll copy them into it exactly into the notebook once he's
First one. Krasnogam fans Nogafar.
notes that.
Our lads on the surface.
Yeah.
They're coming to our aid very soon. Second one. Falmer.
Falmer, where's that?
South. Far south of here. Close to the pass. The elves and the humans are fighting over. But a long way down and a long way deep.
Deeper than here or closer to surface?
Around about the same. Maybe a little bit higher.
How deep are we, by the way? Just out of curiosity, do you know?
Very deep.
Fair enough.
I've been up there.
Service?
Yes.
Or, okay, no, just the last group we met. I've never been. They didn't believe the sky was real, so that was it.
No,
Yeah.
don't worry about them. I've been up with the lads in Krasnogam and Nogafar. I've been drinking with them up there. Not sure if you know, they have these flying machines.
Yeah, we've seen a few. Do you know
Almost
Gribble?
crashed it. So I did. One time I was flying over the mountains. Nearly crashed it there, like, but they were giving me go. Anyway, look, it's fine. You do recall that moment when there was a
We actually saw that, yeah.
glider flying over you, yeah. And he says, right. The other one. Falmer's a dangerous place. It's a dead dwarven kingdom.
Duergar or normal dwarves?
No dwarves nearby.
No, I mean like who used to live there. Duergar or normal dwarves?
Dwarfs. The greedy, avaricious ones. All they care about is gold and platinum.
Yeah.
There's a creature down there, though. The very bottom. Composed entirely of shadow.
Does that ring any bells? Is the thing that Arixium read out?
Yes.
What was that called? Shadow Forger, was it?
I'll tell you something, though. That way is blocked. Some sort of holy magic. Something I'm not sure what it is. We've never been able to get through there, but we left a mark. So we could come back.
Yeah.
But I've given you something that'll get you to the far north of here, and the far south of here. That might give you the run against. Might give you the advantage against
Getting out of here.
whoever's moving against you up on the surface. But I'll tell you something, and I'll tell you something for nothing. You've got something draped over your shoulders, boy. You're going to need to get rid of.
Any tips on how?
That's your problem, lad. Now, you go and find those men you came after. You find them fast, whatever's left of them. You bring them back to their families. You make sure they get out of here.
Will do.
And he scrabbles away. Gone.
Oh, he said he had something for the ear as well. Damn it.
Hmm?
Didn't he say he had something for the ear as well?
yeah. Oh yes, of course. How could I forget that?
Yeah.
So what he does
He
is
scrabbles away to grab it. It's fine.
Please tell me it's just super glue.
I tried that.
Yeah, but this is
Right.
no
Gnomish super glue.
Super glue. Yeah.
okay. So I need to find this now. I think what we'll do is we'll move on, and I'm going to do this in the next session.
Is a question for you, Dave? Does
Yeah.
that thing in my eyes, does that have a permanent effect? Like anything I
Yes.
should know?
No, yeah, it is a permanent effect, but yeah, we'll go through it. It's not something that I'm going to give you the full details of yet.
I have to experience it as it happens. Cool.
Yeah. I think we'll move on. But what he does do is he, let me see if I can find it. I really want to fucking find it. Allow. Let's see if I can find it.
I assume Ren's probably woken the rest of the party up with that scream.
So
though,
what he
before it
does
did
is
anything.
he pulls out of his his pouch what looks like a small little creature.
Yeah.
And you can see now that it is. It's a large fleshy thing. It has like it's hard to tell what it is. It's almost like
A large fleshy thing.
a
Nice.
flap of skin
Skin flaps.
that seems to move. You thought that hurt.
Oh, fuck.
Plop this on your ear, pal.
I broke it. They're gone here.
Or you put it on your working ear if you like.
Ah, fuck that. And then Ren's like, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. And he's gonna.
As you do, you can see this thing. When you can feel it more so, it transforms into this sort of funnel of flesh and just burrows right into your ear until you can feel your left eye, this eye, on the other side of your head begin to twitch and burn, and then this one burns and burns and burns. And then you can feel now something beginning to take effect as it melds with your skin, and you are now a symbiote with an earbold.
Earbold?
This creature is alive
Okay.
and is part of you.
Okay.
And I am going to see if I can just give me 1 second.
Meanwhile,
Is it at least
Mazzilla's sitting there going, I fucking told him, don't make any more deals.
It's not a deal. It's with a mysterious entity. It's a gnome. Gnomes have never let us wrong in the past.
Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop it into the Discord. Oh, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drop it into streaming the aftermath right now.
Yeah.
So if anyone who wants to see what this is, this creature that has
How ugly does Ren look now because of this thing? Is my question.
It's an improvement.
you have now. It's one of these. It's not two of these. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop it in. It is. Ren has one huge ear now.
Oh god.
Here we go, lads. If anyone wants to see this, have a look at streaming the aftermath as we drop it in here. Zip zap, skibbity bap.
For all my Trekkies, Ren is now half Ferengi.
There is a large eyeball in the corner of that ear.
Does it
and
have
you
the
can see the-
piercing?
What?
Does the piercing
It
come
has
with
the piercing if you wish.
No, Ren will take
Is
it.
it the left or right ear, Ren? Is it the left or
It's the
right?
left.
It's
Then it
the
has a
left ear.
piercing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
How huge? How huge are we talking, Dave?
It's like it's
Ferengi huge.
it's
It's
Ferengi
like-
huge. It's huge. So
And elvish.
It's higher than your head.
Oh.
You look like Matt and backed.
Yeah, fuck it. It's near, isn't it?
On the plus side, big man,
You can hear.
you have advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing.
Nice. From reverse to. Disadvantage.
Lumbering
And you have
party
you have advantage on saving throws against being deafened.
Nice.
And we'll go through the rest of them later on.
Yeah.
So, now, as that finishes up, I want to move to Darak, and I want to
Learning
move
to
to
up
Robert.
yourself spell
And
as soon as I can.
we're going to finish up. Darak, you get that familiar sort of trickling and stinging and tingling sensation down your neck, and you do feel the the familiar voice of Valda. Well, Derek, how are we today? I've installed the new head of the Temple of the Raven Queen, and they are very excited to meet you. You have one more chance to do the right thing. You can reply to this message, as you can clearly hear the mocking and overconfident voice of Alder.
Okay, so to be honest, Derek won't reply. He is not. He doesn't want to basically know what's going on there because of he feels lost in the dark.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Robert. He's trying you now. There you are. Your book
Don't I
says-
have to make a wisdom save to see if even?
Sending? No.
Oh no, that's scrying.
That's scrying, yeah. You hear the voice in your head, and he says, I thought you'd like to know your book sales are doing well. Very well. Your agent is looking for you, though. Why don't you
Right.
return to Sopherone City as soon as you can? I'm sure you've another few stories in you.
Wasn't my agent? I'm not asking this to Valder. I'm asking this to you, Dave. Wasn't my agent busy serving some time?
Yep.
Makes me think that he's still alive. Can I inside check his tone of brain?
You get his tone of brain. You can, but it's going to be a disadvantage because
I
you're
love that.
half a world away. And I'm happy to say there's 10
Disadvantage.
inspirations here. You can use one of them. Because of our crazy chat community, thank you so much.
21 on
Holy
disadvantage.
Valder is one manipulative and powerful son of a bitch.
You got half that right.
And you feel like he's doing everything he can to leverage you guys, to put
He's getting
pressure.
desperate.
Maybe not. Maybe he just enjoys fucking with you. Maybe he gets some free time. But
He's very petty.
Oh my god, you haven't even seen the fucking half of it yet. But you definitely believe him. You definitely believe he's found your agent, and you definitely believe that he's possibly got him out.
Is he still alive? Maybe.
You can reply to this message.
Mr. Anderson.
If my agent's really looking for me, you can you obviously know where to find me, so you can send him my way.
Okay. No worries. No.
No. I realize now who I'm talking to, and he might send him to me in a body bag.
Yeah, but look it, yeah. So that's that's your answer. The last thing that happens tonight in this game, and thank you everyone for sticking around. As the heat wafts down this corridor, these thermals traveling for miles and miles, so far underground, so far beneath the surface. Even in this small cave adjacent to these corridors and caves you've been following for so long, the heat is unbearable, stifling. Norixium, as you sit there, you feel you're in the dome, right?
On that point, seeing as Ren got ripped out to speak to the deep gnome, does the dome even exist?
No, it doesn't.
Then he is no longer in the dome.
Dave, did we not establish that Ren's old ear keeps it active, or just because now I have a thing it fucks that up?
No, it doesn't.
No, okay.
Okay, maybe it did once. I'll let
Oh,
you
fair,
out it, but I mean,
fair.
you know. So yeah.
Then
It's now-
everyone
it's now
hears
2
some
gigabytes.
heartfelt snoring happening in the corner.
Yeah.
If it was Erixium's watch, he would have gone, say, 15 feet, 20 feet away from the rest anyway.
Okay. As you sit there, you hear that silky smooth honey voice in your mind again. That voice that gave you so much power at the start. That voice that you craved. A voice that you doubted yourself when you didn't hear. That voice that you overthought and invented mistakes. What could I have possibly done that she's just not speaking to me now? And maybe I did this, maybe I did that. Shower thoughts. We all know them.
That first teenage romance.
Yeah. And you hear that voice again, silky smooth and honey sweet in your ears. Quite the adventure you've landed yourself in, my son, my child, my apprentice. I see the threads of fate spin around you. Your mother runs far to the north. pursued. Your brother's mother, far to the south, trapped. And you, in the middle. Which way would you run? How does it feel to not be able to save either of them?
That's where the pause comes. Eryxium will, in a hushed voice so no one hears him, he goes, you see, I am wrapped in strings. My mother is a tailor. You leave out the bit about sewing him new blue jeans. But you say my brother's mother is trapped. Trapped where? Or do you sow lies?
I am the weaver of lies, but today I promise truth. And the truth is often so much more destructive. Would you like to know the truth, Eryxium Grim?
If you believe you can tell it, I have my doubts. Understandably.
You've been there. Your brother's been there. Except it was far underground. The place he went. Ha! To save you? Although the family that owned that area, Radolf Estate, your old friend Jaden. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
I have my ear back.
You have your
You have
It's
a ear
pretty
back.
good.
That's mine now.
Yes, indeed. Thank you everyone for sticking with us. I think if everyone's okay, we'll do maybe 15 minutes of a chat. That's right.
And I 2 seconds being back.
You don't have to stay. Anyone who needs to go can go. But if you want to stay and do 15 minutes of chat, we can do that, or we can not do it. It's all up to you.
Yeah.
Phone is in. Ryan's in. Rhino's in. Carrie's in. Derek's in. That's right. Joe, no pressure.
I think Joe needs to
sorry,
pop
guys.
off.
Yeah, that's all right. We will see you on the other
Night,
side, my friend. Do you know what we might do? Just throw through a quick break, and we will be back in just 2 minutes. And have a quick chat, and then we'll see you. We'll be gone. We'll see you next week. There we go, and we're back. So thanks everyone for sticking with us. Boo. Yeah, we appreciate you all. And what's that on Robert's screen?
I have to say sorry. We have to stop, and I need to see Arixium/Stevens plait ponytail thing again.
You never seen it?
No, like the bit on your head when you had the hat off, and then you went, "Yeah, I have to see that again."
Pretty cool.
Oh, that is pretty nifty.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So I think we have to go with Arixium first. How's he feeling about that?
A minor question before we get into it. I'm assuming at the beginning of the next session, the connection to her high bitchness will still be connected.
Absolutely will. And one thing that I meant to say was that when she did mention Jaden, she would have said, "He's there, scrabbling around ineffectually, trying to get to the bottom of all this." So I'll just add that.
That mofo went for a walk.
It caused a load of shit.
In all of this.
Like every time anyone says Jaden's gone for a walk, all I see is the classic Hulk TV series when he's walking into
walking away music, the sound. Yeah. So where's Arixium in all this now?
What an open-ended multi-possibility question. Arixium is right in the middle of it. He stands at a multi-possibility junction. He has many different feelings. He is torn in a dozen different directions. Does he believe her? Should he believe her? Yeah, he's... Conflicted is the wrong word.
Used?
But it is the best word my grammatically neglected mind can think of.
Overwhelmed, fucking like absolutely like frazzled with lies and half-truths and truths and possibilities, and just where do I go? How do I process this?
Process, maybe it's that he knows what he would want to do if he were not completely invested in something else. Like deep down, like obviously he wants to go to the town that only yourself can pronounce. Exactly. And kick in every door, skull and jaw, until he rescues his mother.
Well, she's not held there. Like that's like she ran north to the Noma City because that was a place of refuge for her.
Exactly. And now, unbeknownst to him, we have a direct channel there on a long rest.
Yeah.
But he also he'd sacrifice himself and his possibly mother's life to rescue Mizellus.
Wow.
He's devoted to his brother. And for anyone watching, the next time Arixium is in Death Saves, there's a scene that could be a Spielberg.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I like to think that all of you would have read the heroic stories. Darak, you would have read them, you know, and you would have like grown up in these heroic like adventure tales, and they're always very simple. So and you can imagine this one, this happened, that happened, but they don't go into the things that you're all dealing with now. It's always good versus evil. It's that simple. It's never that simple. There's good and evil in everyone. There's good and evil in Eryxium. You know? So it's these heroic stories are never as simple as they're put down on the page. They're never as simple as the songs and the epic poetry the bards recite. When the fire's burning low in the tavern and the snores of people who've had too much to drink are almost drowning out these quiet moments with the bards. But down here in the dark, down here in the heat, this stifling, oppressive heat, it's hard to feel like this is heroic. It's hard to feel like you're in one of these tales. It feels like you're in hell.
No one asked the giant side of the story before they cut down that beanstalk.
Yeah, exactly.
Jack was robbing the giant. Jack was the villain.
Mazelu.
Yeah, Vol.
Where's Mazelu now after all this? Like, is he in the same sort of the same place? Because like you're sending messages to mother and father. Eryxium's not. Like
Eryxium can't.
no, but if he could, I don't think he would. Would he? Is that where your focus is? I don't think it is.
Are you asking me?
Yeah,
If Eryxium
because
had
you
the
could ask
ability-
Mazelu to do it.
No, he will never ask him. Well, he did once. No,
Yeah,
he didn't.
yeah, he did.
He didn't. Well, did he? He
Yeah,
said
he did. Yeah,
He did, yeah.
said,
in a way, in a roundabout way. He said, if you have the ability, but not before others, to contact his mother. Think like he said, if you
You
can,
know he
but don't
does.
put pressure on. Yeah, but
He does, and you know at the end of the day, he has spells left,
Yeah,
and he
if
has
it-
power left.
yeah, but
So-
it was the end of the checklist when he asked them to do it.
Okay.
If Eryxium had the power himself to send, he would send to one person,
Who's that?
Boothby, purely to ask on Evelyn Sabre. Because he feels guilty for putting her in the orphanage and not sending her to his mother. Which is probably the best idea now that she's run to
Okay.
77 vowels.
Also, we're probably going to meet Evelyn down in this hole in a minute. So
Fucking
no.
better not just a teenager, yeah.
To be fair to Dave, he did say that nobody under the age of like 18 has been sent down. Because, you know,
Yeah,
I don't fucking trust Dave.
I
He's a
like to
DM.
think that Evelyn is down there rounding them up, being a leader. You know.
Did we Jaden turned on Evelyn? Now she is the BBEG.
Evelyn's already Saramopposed. There's just like a little tiny Mind Flayers running the show.
Evelyn
Yeah,
is
like
the
she's
lich.
got all of like the
Evil
little
Lynn. Yeah, Paddy.
groups going.
She's going to be the fucking elder brain.
So,
Already? Damn.
Mazelu,
In a port circle.
yeah, so like descending spells. When are we going to see a scry spell?
Honestly, the only reason I haven't done it is
Yeah, because I've been dying to see this
Yeah.
happen.
The only reason I haven't done it is because Roll20 is really shitty in that clerics should have access to all of their spells, but Roll20 makes you add each individual one separately.
I took a day out and did it for Shadara. It was
And I keep meaning
Painful.
to do it, but
It
I
was
keep
painful.
forgetting.
Yeah.
I am woefully unprepared with the amount of spells I should have.
Yeah.
It'll happen, but
Do you know what I did? Just if you the easiest way to do it is pull out a player's handbook. It alphabetizes it. Just fucking put them into the thing and just drag and drop and drag and drop.
see, the way I'll do it, which would be easier for me, is in the search function you can just try cleric spells, and then you
Brilliant.
can literally just drag them across.
Happy days, there you go. You're gonna find all the crazy ones in there as well. But sure, fucking take them and like fucking see how it goes. So, yeah, I feel like we've hinted enough at the fact that there's, especially when you talked about if you're not around anymore to Ren, or just save Erixium, wasn't that what you said?
I said if it was a choice of the two of us to save him, yeah.
Okay. And that's for the same reasons before you made the deal you made. It's still you.
I mean, regardless of what I've done and what I haven't done, he's always considered Erixium the stronger of the two of us.
Okay.
So, if anyone's going to be able, like, how many times in these few, like, 20 sessions that me and Steven have been part of this game, how many times already has Erixium saved Mazelu? And Mazelu's the fucking cleric, like. So, he definitely doesn't consider him. He's the stronger in faith, for sure.
That would be 40 sessions for clarity.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, you guys have been around for an insane amount of our campaign.
Considering we were only meant to come in as guest stars.
Yeah, it's over half now.
Yeah,
way over half.
More than.
Two-thirds.
Yeah.
We joined on 26, I believe. We're now
They've
on
been here
60.
substantially longer than they weren't here.
Yeah, you guys are now part of the core original party, as it were.
Wow.
That's how long you've been here.
Jesus.
You've been here longer. You've been here longer than the original party members were.
So it's a case of he's always considered Erixium stronger, always. Even when he was in the bad place that he was still stronger. So it's a case of, out of the two of us, he's the one that's going to be able to keep the scales going, not me.
But like,
deeply uncomfortable.
But with that mindset present, then, at what point, if he's strong enough and stronger than you, are you just going to let him go and let him do his own thing? Because you haven't. You're always there, ready to save him, like you did tonight.
I mean, I'll save him if he's needed, but Mazelu doesn't truly believe that Erixium needs him anymore. He might have needed him for that brief second, and even then, don't forget, from everything I said about Mazelu, it's not Mazelu doing it. He's a conduit. That's all he is. That's all he believes he is a conduit.
Really?
Yeah. He's a conduit. It wasn't him that walked into her temple and dragged him out by his fucking ears.
At level
Bahamut. It was Bahamut that did it. It wasn't Mazelu. He was literally just the framework to actually do it.
I find you may as well consider these brothers the infinity symbol. Just an infinite loop. Bottom leads up, up leads down.
As a storyteller and as a it's fucking epic, but it's also tragically sad.
I think
that Mazelu's
codependent
life is just that. No. That Mazelu has no hopes and dreams other than existing as this conduit.
Well, no, but his personal hopes and dreams do take a sidestep to those of the Platinum Dragon, because he is the all-knowing, he is the all-father.
What are his personal hopes and dreams? Are you not? Do you not want to put them out there?
Same as it's always been, was that he wants to save as many as he can.
Busy Bee says, brothers need each other. It's a bond that is more powerful than anything. It keeps them growing stronger by wanting to protect.
I just think Mazelu and Erixium, they're like, as Stephen said, an infinity symbol. Like, each of them focuses on each other. Like, they're constantly looping into each other.
I mean,
it's very codependent.
Cue the
Ouroboros
best
situation.
dire straight song to ever exist, Brothers in Arms. Like,
oh man, like 5 a.m. at the kitchen table. That goes on.
But
half a bottle of paddy inside you.
That's the thing is, like, Mazelu knows his purpose, and that gives him comfort. So he's not sad about what he's doing. He's incredibly happy about it because he's fulfilling his purpose.
Okay.
That's I know this is meant to be Ryan's thing, but in a section, that's probably what makes them as strong as they are, they're selfless in their devotion to each other. So, like, it's like cutting off the head of the snake, like, another will rise. Like, going on the two-headed snake facing it. You strike one down, the other will bring it back up. Like, you have to take out both heads, or they're always coming back.
But they are like two beings, two separate parts of the same,
Yin and yang.
you know, being. Like, they're very closely tied. So.
I think Ren is probably the worst person to try say to choose between as well, because he has a lot of respect for both the Brothers Grimm and will by far try and move mountains to keep both of them like up.
Okay, so what if
that's
it's
part of the reason? That's part of the reason why Mazellu made you choose.
He won't choose.
No, he told you to
but
choose.
He told you to choose.
What is Ren gonna do if that happens?
It's a funny situation.
If it comes down to one or the other, and you can save one, what would Ren do?
It really depends on the situation.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, like if it's a situation where you can only save one, the rest of the party are fucked. It's probably picking Mazellu because Mazellu can heal the rest of the party.
It
comes down to
pragmatic. It's
pragmatic. Yeah, ideally he wouldn't choose, but if he had to, it'll make tactical sense more so than like Ren doesn't really think when it comes to combat that way. As like he's not going to prioritize Erixium just because Mazellu told him to.
Thanks for jumping in, Sticks.
And vice versa.
Take it easy.
Like,
have a good night.
He'll always do he'll always do his best to make the best choice for everyone if it comes up to him. Like, and also Ren is also fully the type to put himself in the firing line instead, as he has to a degree. No, hear me out. He took a deal with an entity that he knew was a wrong'un for power to save Mazellu and Erixium. They're both knocked down by his eye.
And
so,
just to add to the whole thing as well, is that's why, like, I think it was the end of the last session. Obviously, Johnny wasn't with us, unfortunately, but that's why I'd said about, you know, Mazellu would be getting him back up, and it's a case of, as Stephen said, like a few sessions back, that the gods are working in tandem. So I wouldn't be able to bring Derek back if she didn't want it. So that's why when he did the spell this evening and Derek came back, it was like, she's not ready for you, so get the fuck up and get to work.
Obviously, players their own opinion, not necessarily in the view of DM Dave.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's exactly true, but I think that Mazellu would think that.
Oh yeah.
I think there might be a little bit of a corporate disagreement as to how that played out up above.
What corporate?
But
we should have a one-shot where all the gods are like.
How could you?
Oh, it's just we each play a god and we have to argue. Yeah. That's the entire game. So Stephen and Ryan both play Bahamut.
We just move pieces around a board, we like, oh yeah, look, I'm gonna move my guys over here, and you move your guys over there.
Who the fuck taught them the word union?
Yeah.
and some arsehole in the corner is playing Baal, and he's just like, I'm gonna murder some people.
Kermit
and everyone's like, why?
Kermit says, God board meeting.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So I'm gonna move to Derek. So what was going on in Derek's mind when, and I did give you a bonus with that, like what was going on with Derek's mind when he decided to cast that spell? Let's not give too much away because people have the headphones on.
I'll just say because of Valder with the temple.
But it's something that's never been tried. I've never heard of anyone trying that before, and I was like, I have to give it a chance. Will we tell them what happened? Or do you want to keep a secret? You want to keep a secret?
I think we'll keep it a secret. Yeah.
So Derek threw out a fucking Hail Mary there. And it didn't work, but it was like something that you'd messaged me during the week with, and I was like, I've never ever, and I don't know how I hadn't considered it, but it was like, so what? I mean, what's going on with Derek's mind that he can think that so much outside the box? That is outside the box shit, Mike, especially for a cleric.
Yeah, because like what I said previous session. Where I've animated the date where I've risen the zombie and stuff, because That's not something a grave cleric will do because he's starting to second thought and everything. And now that Valder again contacted him and told him about the Raven Queen Temple, he's also going to send another sending spell next session. I've already got it here. I've already made it, so I won't forget it.
Excellent.
So, yeah, Derek is starting to get kind of a little bit of pissed off with Valder and stuff happening at the temple.
Okay. Because Derek was heavily sort of in the loop, and everything was safe. He was just doing his job and following the rules and all the rest of it. And then all of a sudden you were ordered to sort of follow these people and hang out with these people. And then now all of a sudden, I mean, you're kind of guilty by association. That must really piss Derek off.
No, he is very pissed off. Because of, like, with his backstory, he's loyal and everything. Now this
very
happens.
loyal.
He didn't even second question anything.
But I mean, that loyalty wasn't even fucking noticed, though. It was expected.
Yeah.
But Derek gave it with all his heart. But they're just like, I mean, that's what everyone does. But I mean, Derek really fucking gave everything.
Still a bitter end.
Yeah. And that must sting.
Yeah, no, he is pissed off.
One of the biggest things that happened tonight was Scales and that change in the rage and that reaction. And I know player Fona sort of, it wasn't planned, it wasn't quantifiable.
No.
Have the pieces landed in any more of a sort of a rational way or a decipherable way, or is it something that we can come back to? Just felt right.
It just felt right at the time with the map because it's a map. Kate, amazing map. But I also think like Scales at the start of this campaign was about 18 years old. Like I made him very young. And his parents moved off, and I think I don't know, like I'll have to see how it settles, but I'm feeling a bit of nature versus nurture. To speak to Stephen's point earlier about like death saves and the images that would come up, like I have known since the first time a player had a death save that we had to do scenes, and I kind of thought, okay, what would Scaled scenes be? And I know what his first 3 scenes would be, and they're very much the nurture part of his character.
Okay.
And I think it makes sense that when they come up, they will still be the first 3 out the gate.
Okay.
But Scales has had other experiences since he left the nest, since his parents moved off, since he's been adventuring. So his next 3 after the first 3, I think would be very different. But I think the first 3 are very still core, but they're very much the nurture part of like his raising with his adoptive parents. And there's
Scales knows that two of the people that he travels with can send messages to people.
Yeah.
Why has Scales not asked any of them to send messages to his parents?
Because Scales is... He doesn't... How do I describe this? Scales is just in the moment. He doesn't dwell on the past overly.
So does he not miss them?
Oh, he misses them. Like, he loves his adoptive parents.
Does he think about them?
Yeah, but he is somewhat naive.
They're just not here right now.
They're not here right now.
Yeah.
They're off in the wine country, being happy. He had a happy childhood with them. They went off to retire. He went off to adventure. Everything is good. Everything is happy until something will divest him of that notion.
So it's all good.
Right now...
Is this the same wine country that my mother's gone to?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
But
Player
they're probably
Cody
dead
knows
then.
that. Yeah, they probably are, and player Fona is like, they're so fucked. But
Can I
Scales-
just tell you it's worse?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
Worse.
if we ever did circle back to see what was under Scales' bed, under the floorboards, you know, all that stuff that's dangling out.
That is a game changer of a
Yeah.
thing, by the way.
If we see the teleportation circle in that way, then we go.
And the thing is, like, the way I feel about Scales is this happy little ball of light moving along in his little shell of happiness, and anything that cracks it will affect it. So he thinks his parents are happy off retiring to wine country. If something informs him in a real way, not just oh, the witch was messing with my head, oh, you know, but if he actually knew something was wrong, it would crack that layer of wide open, and we'd have a very different reaction. But Scales doesn't think to contact his parents because he's like, they're fine, I'm off doing my adventuring thing. And I suppose it's that absent-minded, like, at some point I'll send them a postcard, but they
quite
don't know where I
literally,
am.
if the tree falls in the forest and Scales doesn't hear it, it hasn't fallen.
It hasn't fallen. Like, he's just, hey, over here. So,
Like, that is a blissful way to live, though. Like,
oh, it's amazing, but it's very, it's weird because it protects this little naive, happy Scales that's there. And
it's a defense mechanism. Do you think he knows he has it, or is it just?
No, I don't think he has the cognitive awareness to know he has it. But I also
because it's quite strong.
Yeah, but I also think with tonight's session where that thing just felt right to do, I'm starting to wonder if there is that nurture versus nature where it's like they raised him to have all these happy, be good vibes, and now maybe as time moves on.
Why do you think they did that?
I don't know. And that's why I gave him such a blank slate and handed it to you, the DM, because I was like, here is this happy little character. Do your worst, kind of thing.
And they gave him such a great life.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. If Scales hits his death saves, his first 3 memories, they're so fucking happy, nice.
Oh god, like,
they're so.
Now, there's a chance that we will get
like,
through to the end of this campaign, and Scales will never have to discover what's going on, and that it and we can all win D&D and have that never happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am so desperate to share these 3 memories that I've worked out for Scales, because like over time, every time any other member of the party has a death save, I like think, oh yeah, Scales' death saves, and then I work them up more and more in my head to these like happy.
But it's your own fault for fucking. It's your own fault for picking a class that fucking like halves all damage, basically.
I know, basically he never has death saves, but I think it would be really interesting, like, because I can't see past these 3 memories because they're the 3 I've worked on, to see what will come next. But I do think Scales is slowly going to change because he's experiencing things. He's outside this happy little bubble of happy, contented, reasonably safe life with some difficulties that were in it. And now he's out here experiencing life. And I also think that, like, having set, like, when we set off on this voyage or this adventure, he was probably 18, 19 years old.
And it was just fighting goblins. It was like defending towns.
Yeah,
it was like, we're the heroes.
He's been a farmer before, and he was a pretty dumb farmer, let's face it. Like, so I'm not even sure. I haven't looked up the lifetimes of Dragonborn, but like maybe Scales is about to hit puberty. I don't know.
Oh my god. Cormac OS is Scales McCree. My heart. And Busy Bee says he has scales. He never knew which scale to use to measure the emotional damage.
And he chose to forget a huge amount of his like discovered trauma / stuff he needed emotional context to deal with. So who knows? But yeah, I just think tonight for some reason it was like a change.
I think the last question goes to Ren. Ren, Carrick about Ren. Ren, I feel, doesn't get the credit and the appreciation and the recognition for walking away from his own backstory to make sure that the rest of these guys are okay. How does he feel about that?
Oh, he is very unhappy about it.
If he's very unhappy, why did he do it?
Because he knew it's not about him. You know, he's not like, it's his life, but like they've made a commitment, and like partially, like at this point, this group is his family now. You know, he's Ren has, and I've said this in the backstory discussion before. Ren was pretty much homeless prior to start of the games. Like, he wasn't homeless. He was living in like probably the tavern in Somerton, like renting a room upstairs, and he's paying for probably by scamming people with like little like tricks and shit, or selling off like metals that he's transmuted into gold to people that are passing through town that'll actually eventually turn into copper again, and so on and so forth. Like, he was living a shitty life there, just trying to keep on going. And he had a pretty nasty drinking problem, and a few other bits. You know, he was not a happy guy. And then came the chance to help people again, goblins and stuff. He met up with these guys, well, most of these guys. They were like, "Hey, we're going to Templetown because we've heard some weird shit's going on in Templetown." And Rand's like, "I have nothing better to do," so he stuck along. And then, it's like that bond has grown and grown and grown. Like, Scale specifically, Ren is probably closest with.
Yeah, but like you say the bond has grown and grown and grown, but like up until very recently, Ren has not been treated well by Mizella or Rixium at all.
It's not them that he's here. Well, it's not really them that he's down here for. Like, he knows Scales is going with them.
Yeah, but there's a friction.
There is.
There. And yet he's endured that. And I want to know why. Why has he endured that?
I think he sees the bigger picture.
It's a lot to deal with, because I've over 66 episodes, or well, it's 46.
Yeah.
And I mean, like Ren's gotten shit from other characters as well.
Oh yeah.
I think Ren's gotten shit in chat. And like, why is he still here?
I think he sees the bigger picture to a degree. Like, he makes a lot of small. He makes a lot of like shitty choices in the small moments, but I think overall he realizes that shit's happening in this world. We know about that shit. We have a duty to stop that shit. Okay. It's like, Uncle Ben. Great power comes great responsibility. Ren knows he's capable. He knows he can help.
Why you though? Why you and these people? Because like, there are level 20 adventurers knocking around. Why aren't they dealing with that?
He doesn't know they're not somewhere else.
Okay.
It's like his viewpoint, since he's always kind of had it, that like, if you're given the ability to help somebody, and like, he won't, like, it's the minor shit. Like, if you see somebody fucking like begging on the street, he's not necessarily going to go out of his way to like throw a few coins towards them. But like, if you have the opportunity to seriously help somebody, you're kind of an asshole if you don't. And that's what he was doing as the Spectre in Raven's Nook. He realized he has that magical power. He can stop the shithead drunks that are out smacking their wives in the street, or like the people robbing people down alleyways, or the bandits that are pulling into, like, the bandit that decides to have a few too many drinks while passing through the town and decides to try and murder somebody. Cool. And that's where he came from. And as he kind of went on and on and on, like, the stakes got higher, but his mindset on it hasn't. He's like, I can do something. I can stop this guy. I can help these people stop this guy. I'm going to. While yes, he disagrees that going into the Underdark was the smartest choice, he's part of this group. And while he doesn't always get on with most of the group, there's ones that he does. Like, he wasn't going to leave Scales and Robert, for example, because they'd probably be the two he's known longest, to go into the fucking Underdark with a bunch of people that they don't know very long on their own. And while he trusts Mizella and Eryxium to do the right thing that they think is the right thing, he also wants to keep an eye that they're not like using their, because he thinks they're overzealous, like to a degree. He doesn't want to make, as I've said in the past, he doesn't want. He wants to be there so that, like, he knows he has the teleportation circle as well. Now, he had nowhere to go beforehand, but he was kind of hoping he'd figure something else out, or like,
these are not normal teleportation circles. They work in the Underdark.
Yeah, so the Underdark spells, so they only transfer through. But like he was kind of hoping that like maybe through some weird way he'll be able to figure a way out if needed.
Yeah.
He's a wizard. He's resourceful.
Cool.
And
I will say, we got 35 episodes in before anyone, and it was Carrick first, that anyone realised what I'd done with my name.
Yep. Oh yeah, well,
35 episodes in, and Carrick was the first person to get it.
I had clocked that. I had clocked that well beforehand, but I was like, I didn't have an excuse to be like, you overzealous bastard. But I did when we got into the like fight there in the middle of Artex. But like, Ren's kind of the opinion that like, if their party's gonna go down, he's gonna go down with them at this stage. Like, the Spectre is connected to his family. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know who that is, and as much as it is something that like it's a constant, every time he wakes up from a long rest he's like looking back the way they came, being like, we should turn around. But he's
last question then is going
Soldering
to Orixium.
Yes.
And my friend Stephen. So does Stephen think there will ever come a situation where he will turn back if there's something the Platinum Dragon cannot offer that he needs? The Mistress of Dragons can offer.
Yes.
That he needs. Will he turn back?
Yes.
Yeah?
Very specific circumstance. Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay. I think that's a great place to leave it.
May I also interject
Yeah.
that yes, both the Grimm brothers have given poor Ren a hard time.
Yeah.
But he is also a young, headstrong, juvenile who needed tough love. But episode 40, Arixium was searching for lots of evidence of the Spectre. He visited the Gem District. He made contact with Dustin Gemgazer, who watched two assailants be emulated by the Spectre. He attempted to parlay and gain information, was harassed by Jenna Sharpspear.
Yeah.
Arixium is attempting to help Ren before Ren knew it. So just, it's not all of you.
I will correct you there. He wasn't harassed by Jenna Sharpspear. He was questioned by Jenna Sharpspear because he was wandering around a crime scene.
Correct. It was episode 41, 42, and 43 where he was harassed by Jenna.
Yeah, my notes.
Because he was poking his nose into Town Guard business.
I would like to kind of.
Town Guard did their job. There wouldn't be no business. Like the chain has a.
Well, the Town Guard were doing their business. The
Town Guard's in the chain's pocket. That's why the Spectre's there.
The Town Guard can't preempt a fucking murder that they don't know about. They can investigate a murder.
But did they know about it?
What?
I think they did.
Oh, shots fired. I think that's a good place to leave it, guys.
I'd like to add one thing onto that though.
Yeah.
Well, Ren has had issues with the Brothers Grimm in terms of things. It's usually more so to do with like their mindsets on how to achieve the same goal. He doesn't actually dislike either of them in any way. He just, he's like they're like, at this stage they're like the annoying cousins that like you'll have an argument with, but you're like your family at this stage.
So we're coming up at 4 hours, guys. I think it's a good place to leave it. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you to my wonderful players for kicking ass and making this world so much more alive. Because it would be nothing. Fuck the king. Fuck Valder.
Where's it going?
Booyah! I love you all. When we love you all for tuning in and watching us and hanging out while we tell our fucking crazy stories. We love you all, and we'll see you next time. What's the next game? It's
Tuesday.
Arcane Adventures in a
I'm going to traumatize some players. Drama Tuesdays. That's the thing now.
Do tune in. We'll see you on the other side, guys. We love you all.
See you guys.